From beautiful Shirley Povich Field here in Bethesda, Maryland, we bring you live to the Valley Baseball League Cal Ripken League All-Star Clash between two premier summer collegiate leagues in the Virginia area. I'm Luke Stefanisco, joined alongside Andrew Stoddard. And Andrew, it is an honor to be here for this clash, a renewal of sorts. These two teams played two times, once in 2009, once in 2011, but a renewment to this rivalry between the two leagues.
Yeah, it should be a great night of baseball. It looks like there was some rain in the forecast earlier. It looks like it's going to skirt around us, and we're going to have great opportunities to showcase some of the best, some top-flight summer college baseball here, between the Cal Ripken League and the Valley League. Just talent laid up and down with every single roster. It's a chance to take a break from the grind of their seasons, but also, make no mistake, these two teams want to win.
Absolutely. A lot of competitive spirit in the air today, but we'll start with an overlook of what the Valley League season has been so far, and I think you can sum it up by saying it's been incredibly competitive on almost all ends. The North Division, a very thin margin from 1 to 5. Who do you see coming out of the North, and what have you seen so far from both of these divisions?
Well, I tell you what, I really like the way the Winchester Royals have been playing lately. They've strung together a good streak. They've won 7 of their last 10 games, and they've to inherit that North Division lead. But like you said, slim margin, Luke, only by a game over Percival, 2.5 back to Newmarket, at 3 back to Strasburg, 4.5 back to Woodstock, and front row Brand at the rear, but only 5 games back, still within reach.
At the start of the season, it was all Newmarket. The Rebels somewhat surprisingly stormed out to the lead in the VBL North, but have come back to earth as of late. They currently hold one of the playoff spots. As a reminder, fans, the Valley Baseball League playoff format, the top 4 teams in each division will make the playoffs. 1 will play 4, 2 will play 3, and it'll be 3-game series on both ends until you reach the semifinals and then to the VBL finals, the best of the North versus the best of the South. Taking a look at the South standings, it's Waynesboro again, the surprise of the VBL season and the cream of the crop, as to say, 19-8 in the VBL. Head coach Mike Galino, the coach of the VBL All-Stars today, and he's put on a show for the Waynesboro Generals this season.
Yeah, it's definitely they've very much been in the lead, leading the South from the get-go. And the way I see the South Division shaping up, Luke, it's kind of 2 battles in one. You got the battle for the top seed between Waynesboro and then stand just 2 games back. And then from there, it's 4 teams battling for those 2 final playoff spots. Culpeper in third right now, 12-14. And then actually our 2 teams, your Charlottesville Tom Sox, my Harrisonburg Turks, tied at 12-15. And then even Covington, still not out of reach, about a 9-17. They will need a very strong finish to the season.
Covington and Rennie Tolentino, a very scrappy bunch. They 2.5 games back of the Harrisonburg Turks and Charlottesville Tom Sox, both tied for the 4th playoff spot and final playoff spot in that VBL South. Culpeper 6.5 games back from first, but only a half game ahead of Charlottesville. Those two will clash on Wednesday in what will be a big determinant in who might be that 3 seed come July 18th, the final day of the VBL regular season. But now we'll come over to today, where we have 2 leagues, 2 very similar but different leagues in multiple ways, clashing here in Bethesda, Maryland. What are you expecting, and just your general thoughts for today's game?
Well, we're going to see a lot of guys get a lot of play time, obviously, with it being an all-star game. If you want everybody who's made this trip to get a chance to get in and play, and I think it'll be, I would kind of allude to a little more relaxed atmosphere. Just focus on love of the game, not worry about the playoff hunts in your respective leagues. But again, each side's going to want to prove that they're the better summer league. So I was talking with Rick Furr, our commissioner, on the bus, and he said he made it plain to the guys before we departed, all right, make no mistake, I want to win.
Have some fun, but get the victory in the end, and that's what it's looked like from batting practice through pitching, talking to some of the players. Most of the projections, pitchers will go about 2 batters and then be removed. A couple pitchers will get a full inning, including the starter for the Valley League, Matthew Dimitri. We'll see how the Cal Ripken League chooses to handle their pitchers. They have fewer number of arms than the Valley Baseball League has. But that's the interesting thing about these games, is you're not going to see pitchers for a second at-bat. Typically, you'll only see an arm for 1 at-bat before a pitcher is removed from the ball game. How do you handle that and adjust as a hitter, having to see a new pitcher every time you come to the plate?
I think it's definitely going to be an advantage for the pitching staffs for these respective sides, because with these guys and in the regular season games, they're used to seeing the guy a second time through the lineup, so they can get used to kind of their fastball, their changeup, what have you, and how to attack it, how to approach them. But with a new arm every time they're at bat, or multiple arms within the same inning, it's going to be tough for the batting lineups to really get in that rhythm. Of course, the batters themselves are going to be replaced, mid-game as well.
Yeah, multiple substitutes will be coming in for both squads, as obviously all-star nod goes to both starters and reserves for this contest. Taking a look through some of the stars for the Valley League this season, we'll start in Harrisonburg with your Turks and Brody Dalton, who leads the league in homers. I saw him hit slug 2 against Charlottesville last Sunday. He's an impressive hitter, and he's in the cleanup spot for the VBL today.
I think we were talking pregame, it's kind of tough to get a home run out of this ballpark, but I think if any Valley League player could do it, it is Brody, the home run king in the league with 8 home runs. The one that really sticks in my mind to me was a walk-off home run to dead center field at Veterans Memorial Park, that's 400 feet out to center. That's a good-sized ballpark in the Valley League. And just to get that walk-off win over Covington a few weeks ago, which is really big for our season. So I think we're going to get some big things from Brody Dalton tonight, and really up and down the lineup.
Speaking of the walk-off winner, Waynesboro had 2 of them on Sunday against Culpeper. Game 1 was a resumed game after the game against the Cavaliers was rained out. And then in Game 2, Bryce Abbott slugged a 3-run homer. The Generals have 2 hitters in the lineup to begin this one, with Mike Galino calling the shots. Nick April-Gath, who's been one of the Valley League's finest hitters in general, gets on base at a high clip, steals bases, and is able to find extra bases. And Greg Caban, the signal caller behind the plate, showcased some power for the Generals. Andrew, I'll ask you this. Why do you think Waynesboro has been able to kind of turn things around and get themselves to the top of the South standings this season in comparison to years past where they've struggled?
Well, I don't know if you really could compare it too much to years past, Luke. It's like with these summer baseball leagues, the line can be so different from one year to the next. It really depends on who teams can sign, what decisions various players makes. I will say their organization's put together a very balanced lineup. I think that's been the secret. You got a little bit of power hitting, and with Jake Mueller, who's leading the league in average by a wide margin. And like you mentioned, Nick April-Gath really solid on the base paths. Just really, everyone's kind of have their various talents on their roster, and they have certainly displayed them this season in that 19-8 start.
Well, to wrap up our pregame show, Andrew, I'll ask you this. Who is one player you think could stand out in this ball game from either squad? Actually, give me one from both squads that you think is going to be able to showcase themselves today in this All-Star Showcase and really prove themselves to be a weapon and a force out on the field.
I think, like I said, for that league, Brody Dalton, and I think for the Ripken League, we'll talk about that after the national anthem.
We'll get back to the question, Andrew, after we were interrupted by our nation's national anthem. Just quickly, one player from the Cal Ripken League after you gave your pick for the Valley League.
I would say he's not on the starting lineup, but at some point I think we'll see Bud Coombs of the Southern Maryland Senators. Leads the league in average right now, 435. 5 home runs, just seems, again, a really balanced bat. Of 1.335 OPS is a staggering amount. So I think we'll see him at some point. I think we'll see him do well.
Talented player, formerly with the Maryland Terrapins, now committed to the Vanderbilt Commodores. He'll play in the SEC next season. But that's all for the pregame show here on the Valley League broadcast of the Cal Ripken Valley League All-Star Showcase. Andrew will take over for play-by-play once the ball game begins. Stay tuned. The video courtesy of the Cal Ripken League. We'll be right back right here at the VBL All-Star Game shortly.
And the sun is starting to peek through the clouds here at Shirley Povich Field, home of the big Bethesda Big Train in Rockville, Maryland, as we welcome you back to our coverage of the Valley Baseball League versus Cal Ripken League All-Star Game. Andrew Stoddard, Luke Stefanisco alongside. Our pregame show that just finished was brought to you by Varsity Travel and Weather Decision Solutions. We appreciate their support of the Valley Baseball League and our broadcast. We're going to go ahead and go through the starting lineups for both sides. First, for the Cal Ripken League, who are the home team, as we are playing at a Ripken facility. Leading off, the first baseman representing the only crop dusters in UMBC, Dylan Melton. Batting second, the second baseman from the Bethesda Big Train in South Alabama, Brennan Wright. Batting third, the catcher from the Metro South County Braves and Northern State, Colin Lott. Batting fourth, from the Bethesda Big Train in University of Central Florida, Zach Malvazio. Batting fifth, the shortstop from Bethesda Big Train and the University of Maryland, Cal Johnson. Batting sixth, the third baseman from the Metro South County Braves in Bryant, Alejandro Vasquez. Batting seventh, from the Silver Spring Thunderbolts in Lynchburg, Gabriel Pegues. Batting eighth, the left fielder from only crop dusters in Duke, Andrew Duncan. Batting ninth, the Gaithersburg Giants in Longwood, Cole McKenna. And starting on the mound for one of many pitchers you'll see today for the Ripken League, Bryce Dolby from the Bethesda Big Train and Cal State Bakersfield.
Good lineup for the Cal Ripken League. We do want to apologize, folks, as the Cal Ripken stream appears to have crashed. That's where we'll be getting our video feed from. So we'll start off this broadcast on radio until we can get the video feed back up. For the Valley League, Chris Carroll from Covington leads it off, playing center field. Nick April-Gath, the shortstop, batting second. Brody Melton from Stanton Braves bats third. He's out in right. And Brody Dalton, the cleanup hitter from Harrisonburg, is the DH.
That is ball one to Carroll from Dolby as we are underway at 7:02 p.m. local time.
Rest of the lineup, Caban, Connors, Kuzat, Mallow, and Haywood for the Valley League.
Matthew Dimitri will be the starting pitcher, but right now it's Dolby as this one is hit out into right field, and the catch is going to be made out there for out number one by Malvazio.
And a good start for the Cal Ripken League. Again, in these games, you're going to kind of have to settle in early with all the movement and movement parts on the infield in the batting order. You want to start early and stay hot.
So now, second in the batting order, shortstop, number one, Nick April-Gath. He digs into the righty's batter's box, facing the right pitcher, Dolby from Cal State Bakersfield. And he turns on the first pitch right towards the middle of the infield. He's going to try to run out, but he is safe. It looks like the first baseman might have stepped off the bag there. That was Melton, and April-Gath beats it out.
And that's the hustle that Nick April-Gath has shown all season long. He's having the speed to be able to beat out those infield hits, and now he's a danger to steal second when he's on the base paths.
So now in third, the right fielder, I should say, number 18, Brody Melton. So first three batters all from the South Division of the Valley Baseball League. Throw over to check on April-Gath, and he slides back safely. Probably a smart decision to check on him on their part, because Nick April-Gath is known for his stolen bases. One's off the mark for ball one. So it's a 1-0 count to Melton. That one does paint the zone for strike one, evens the count at a ball and a strike to Brody Melton, who is batting .277 on the season. Has 7 home runs. Oh, big swing, but nothing but air. Strike two on that one. A ball and 2 strikes for the big outfielder Melton. Trying to advance April-Gath from first as the Valley League seeks a very early lead here against the Ripken League. That one high about chest level for ball 2. Dolby comes in with a 3.60 ERA so far in the Ripken season for the Bethesda Big Train. Oh, throw back to first, and oh, that was close. But April Gath just gets in just in time. We had a good view of that from our perch down here along the first base side, Luke.
Yeah, absolutely. April Gath is getting a lot of attention paid to him by the Cal Ripken League. They definitely don't want him taking second. Every run is crucial in this game.
That's a strike three. It might be a strike out, throw him out, but instead the ball goes into the outfield. So April Gath will be okay at second. That's the good news for the Valley League. The bad news is Melton did go down strikes. That's 2 gone.
I think the Cal Ripken League will be okay sacrificing the out for the extra base there. He wasn't able to advance to third, so it ends up just being a runner on second with 2 outs. Still a dangerous hitter in Brody Dalton at the plate, however.
Absolutely. We alluded to him in the pregame, his ability to hit for power. The home run king of the Valley League so far, 8 home runs from the Harrisonburg Turks. The lefty recently played his college ball for Kent State, as that one is going to be skied foul down the third base side for strike 1.
Once again, fans, Cal Ripken having some issues with their live stream. Once their live stream is restored, we will be able to give you video coverage of the event. For right now, we will be audio only.
Brody Dalton, a bit of a feast or famine batter. He does have 21 strikeouts as well. They'll throw over to second, and oh, that was close, but April Gath gets back. The red jersey of Waynesboro on second, the red jersey of Harrisonburg at the dish. A 2-out scoring opportunity for the Valley League. Allen misses slow, ball 1. Dolby shakes off the first pitch. Now he has what he likes. Swung on and missed. Looks like it tipped into the glove for strike 2. So we'll see if Dalton can keep the Valley League first alive. That one fouled back and out of the stadium behind home plate to stay alive for Dalton.
Think about a game like this, pitch count doesn't matter, so you can battle as long as you want with a starter in Dalby, but at the end of the day, you got to find a way on and find a way to score some runs because he's going to be out of the game most likely next inning regardless.
Right you are. So we'll try again with the 1-2. Dolby shaking off all the pitches. And now it looks like he's got to take time out. So I think he was going to run out pitch clock there, Luke.
Yeah, absolutely. Though it is an all-star game, pitch clock does in fact matter, just like Ed Hockley with penalties do happen in the Pro Bowl.
Yep. That one is grounded back to the pitcher, who will throw it on to Dylan Melton first to retire the side. So no dice for the Valley League in the first inning. Well, Cal Ripken will get their first say at the plate in the bottom of the first right after this. And we welcome you back, folks, in the very early going of this Summer League All-Star Showdown between the Valley Baseball League and the Cal Ripken Summer Collegiate League All-Stars. A lot of college talent comes from all walks of life, Luke. D1, D2, D3, JUCO, community college, what have you. All looking to get more experience, get more reps, particularly with a wooden bat.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of it, is you're not going to see your teammates that you saw consistently every day in the spring. You might see some of them, but you're going to meet an entirely new crop of guys, and that's the beauty of summer ball. You form entire new friendships, you work around and build around relationships with entirely new teammates, and it becomes a gelling act of which team can gel the best by the end of the season. That's the team that's going to be able to bring home the hardware when it comes to the championships.
So reminding you folks of the starting battery, at least for the first inning for your Valley Baseball League All-Stars. It is all Waynesboro. Gregory Caban, the catcher, and then the pitcher is Matthew Dimitri, number 34. He comes in with a 1.35 ERA for Waynesboro this season. And as for his college ball, he most recently played with Rollins College, the Tars. So now the Ripken team will get their first say at the plate. It is the first baseman, Dylan Melton, representing the only crop dusters of the Ripken League and the retrievers of UMBC. And any UVA fans had to be listening, yes, that UMBC. That one misses for ball one by Dimitri. Reminding you of the defensive setup, at least in early going, it is Cassatt at first, Mallow at second, Connors at third, April Gath at short, Haywood at left, as that's in the dirt for ball one. Carroll in center, Melton at right, and again, the catcher Caban, the pitcher Dimitri. But again, Luke, that's going to fluctuate a lot this evening.
Absolutely.
The 1-2 delivery. Low again. So it's going to be 3 balls, no strikes, a ideal hitter's count here for Melton as he tries to get on, really getting the leadoff man on, very key to offensive success. The 3-0. And if Melton takes ball forward, content to take the 4-pitch walk and the free trot down the first.
And that's going to be tough for Dimitri. He hasn't started a game all season for the Generals. This is his first taste of getting the start out on the mound. And you kind of see it right there with the 4-pitch walk. See if he can bounce back this batter.
And that batter's going to be Brennan Wright from the Bethesda Big Train that most recently played for the Jaguars of South Alabama. He's in his home park. This is the home of the Bethesda Big Train, Shirley Povich Field, as he fouls it back behind home plate for strike one. Shirley Povich, the longtime sports editor of the Washington Post, father of Maury Povich.
So the Nationals Media Center at Nats Park, named after Shirley Povich, the contributions to Nats baseball in D.C.
That one in the dirt, and it looks like Caban lost track of it. And that's going to allow Melton to take a run over to second off the wild pitch.
And this puts the Cal Ripken League in a very good spot with Melton on second. Again, we talked about how important early runs are in these games. Oftentimes, all-star contests end up low scoring because you have guys that are aces of their squads and rotations on the mound. It's tough to get hits and tough to build momentum against guys like that.
For sure. So 1-1 count to right. The delivery from Dimitri. Again, below the knees for ball two. We don't have the best view of the strike zone from where we are along the first base side. As this lefty hitter versus righty pitcher here. Wright versus Dimitri. And that one looked like it was high and away for ball three. So location an issue for Dimitri so far. And again, with the, like you said, with a stacked bullpen behind him. Oh, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Excuse me. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Now it is ball three for a full count. But again, Luke, if we have a situation here where he's having trouble with his command and you got a stacked bullpen behind you, we might see him pulled early here.
Yeah, Dylan Strohecker is getting loose for the Valley League from the Stanton Braves. Or Jonathan Strohecker, sorry. A lot of names to bounce around with the all-star rosters.
Absolutely. That one is hit on towards second. Mallow, the throw over to Cassatt at first. One gone in the Ripken first. That's the bad news for Ripken League. The good news is Melton advanced to third, so the potential first run of the game 90 feet away.
All you got to do is put bat on ball and you take an early lead. We've seen it a lot of times in the Valley League season. Early leads can mean a lot. Early leads can mean very little at the end of the day. That's the beauty of the sport of baseball.
And now we'll set the stage for the Colin Lott, the catcher from the Metro South County Braves and Northern State. He takes strike one from Dimitri. Another lefty. That one is foul, and it heads pretty close to us down the first base side. I did not bring my glove today, Luke. Did you?
I left mine in my car. I probably should have brought it here, and I might have dropped the headset and tried to catch a foul ball if one ever came our way.
I don't know. I played a wiffle ball game the other day, and it was a fly ball left field, hit me right in the hands. So don't count on me to field anything.
Football's tough.
I'm gonna leave that to you.
Those things change direction.
That one low in the dirt for ball one. Make it a 1 ball, 2 strike count here for Lott. Look at some of Lott's stats this season. He is batting a very nice .415 with 7 doubles, 17 RBIs. Swung on and missed, and Dimitri has himself his first strikeout of the day for the Valley League, and a key second out. That takes any sack bunts or sack flies out of play.
That's exactly what you wanted in that spot. You've taken either that or a pop-up. That would be ideal, and it's a great pitch from Dimitri to get the second out. He can finally escape this inning.
So now in the cleanup spot for the Ripken League, Zachary Malvazio from the Bethesda Big Train and the Knights of Central Florida.
In this early stage where we didn't think we'd see a lot of home runs today. That was a nice swing from the lefty to pull it right down the line. 330 to the right field foul pole. That's a good hack from a very good hitter. And it showcases why Waynesboro is at the spot they are in the Valley League.
So looking to follow that act up is the third baseman, Brody Connors, number 7, representing the Winchester Royals and Old Dominion University. He will take strike one from Juntonen. Johnson's 0-1. Low that time for ball one. Goes over some of Brody's stats so far in the Valley League season. 324 for Winchester. 24 hits. 12 RBIs. And as low again, ball two. The 2-1 is hit into play towards second. The throw from Brennan Wright to Dylan Melton is going to be in time. And there's one gone in the Valley League second.
It's a nice bounce back there from Juntonen to get an out. Especially after giving up a home run. You want to settle in, get some weak contact, and keep going.
So now representing the Purcellville Cannons, the first baseman, number 6, Vincenzo Cassatt. He's batting .359 on the Valley League season for the team currently second in the North Division standings. And as ball one high from Juntonen. Vincenzo most recently played college ball for Frederick Community College. So like I said, Luke, they come from all walks of college life. We had a D1 batter previously with Connors, and now we have a community college batter with Cassatt, who I'm sure is looking to go up to a higher level.
Absolutely. And he definitely showcased it with his play at Frederick Community College, and he deserves to be someplace higher.
As that one is grounder foul down the first base side, rolls right in front of us. So make it 2 balls and 1 strike to Cassatt, whose hometown is Round Hill, Virginia. Allen again off ball 3, a 3-ball, 1-strike count as Cassatt looks to get on base any way he can. Ideally, he would like to do what Gregory Caban just did. As this one is the liner again fouled on the first base side and off the fence near the Valley League bullpen. Full count pitch. Who will win the duel? Well, we'll have to wait another pitch to find out as it's fouled back into the backstop. Always good to see your batters battle like this, Luke.
Yeah, it's a good fight from Cassatt. He's hit some hard line drives this at-bat as well, so just a slight adjustment away from finding some green or finding a glove of a Cal Ripken League fielder.
Oh, he chased low and got nothing but air. A strikeout there of Cassatt. Second strikeout for the Ripken League as a staff, and 2 gone in the second. So now, the second baseman, he's from the Newmarket Rebels. Number 2, Jonathan Mallow. Most recently played his college ball with Potomac State, hometown Petersburg, West Virginia. He'll take ball 1 from Juntonen, who has settled in nicely after the home run.
But Mallow was one of the early stars in that campaign for Newmarket, one of the best hitters in the Valley League in that early stretch where Newmarket climbed to the top of the North Division. Has cooled down as of late, but still very potent.
Another good eye there by Mallow for ball 2. The 2-0 is sky high, but foul down the third base side and out of play. So make it 2 balls, 1 strike to number 2, Mallow. And that is up in the air. Right center, 2 Ripken League players converging. It's ultimately the right fielder, Zach Malvazu, who makes a play for out number 3. So F9 in the scorebook, and that'll do it for the Valley League in a second, but not before Gregory Caban solo home run, make it Valley League 1, Ripken League nothing. We'll be right back. Back at Shirley Povich Field in Rockville, Maryland, Andrew Stoddard, Luke Stefanisco alongside. Want to thank one of our many sponsors of the Valley Baseball League and the VBL All-Star, particularly Varsity Travel. Rode the bus on the way up here. Very nice ride. From Varsity Travel, where's your group's next bus adventure? Do you need a charter bus? Contact Varsity Travel at 540-678-2871. Sit back and relax as Varsity Travel experienced drivers get you to your next group outing destination. That's Varsity Travel, 540-678-2871. We also have a new arm for the Valley Baseball League. It's number 20, Jonathan Strohecker from the Stanton Braves. Let's see, the first Ripken League player he'll face is the shortstop, Cal Johnson. And he'll make contact with the first pitch, and it's going to be into right field. A leadoff single for Cal Johnson, who got on base before I could even really formally introduce him. Cal Johnson, the shortstop from the Bethesda Big Train and the University of Maryland Terrapins, is on first.
Yeah, Johnson will be playing at the University of Maryland next season after his successful seasons in the JUCO ranks. A very talented player and a good get for Matt Swope.
So now that brings up Alejandro Vasquez. He will also put the first pitch in play, and it will also go through the gap into right field. Look at his stretch of the third, and safe there is Cal Johnson. So just like that, the Ripken League making some big plays, back-to-back singles on a pitcher. Jonathan Strohecker has been among, and Strohecker, the league leader in ERA, right? 1.32. We've both seen him play plenty in the same division.
It's an entirely new crop of hitters to face. That might be the adjustment.
Well, maybe he'll settle in with that strike one to Gabriel Pegues, the center fielder for the Ripken League from the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts, and most recently played for the University of Lynchburg Hornets, a very good D3 program. That one low in the dirt. Kind of got away from the catcher Gabon, but ultimately he gets it back, and that keeps the runs from advancing. Strohecker has the signal he wants, and that's going to be chipped foul by Pegues. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count to him. Pegues is batting .293 in the Valley League. He is the co-league leader in triples with 3. Strohecker winds and delivers. A high chopper towards second. Mallow runs it down. Pegues runs it, legs it, and in the meantime, Cal Johnson scores to tie this game at 1 between the Ripken League and the Valley League.
Something tells me this game is going to be tightly contested all the way through. But the way these two teams are battling early, I think this might be more of an offensive showcase than we expected, Andrew.
Yeah, certainly could be. So now here's Andrew Duncan, the left fielder, as a called strike one. He is from the Olney Crop Dusters, played most recently for the Duke Blue Devils. Duncan's batting .313. Strohecker's 0-2 pitch. They're going to still, and first base umpire said he did not go around. Check the swing. Ball 1. That one fouled behind everything, the press box, and now will land in the parking lot, hopefully not into someone's car. Fortunately, I did not drive up here. My car is an hour and a half or so away in Winchester. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes in the battle between Strohecker and Duncan. Strohecker's 1-2 again, foul to the backstop. So another lengthy at bat. The 1-2. Again, and chip foul. So Duncan doing enough to get a piece of the ball, but not getting that solid contact he's looking for.
And it's tough. Strohecker's really bounced back from the early trouble in this inning. He's looked a lot more like himself. Still a lot of success for the Cal Ripken hitters. He's going to have to batten down the hatches here.
Here's your 1-2 offering. And a liner into left, fair ball. Rounding third and heading home is Vasquez. They're giving the green light to Begis as well. It's going to be a stand-up double and a 2 RBI double at that. But then thrown out at third in a close play is Duncan. So a lot to unpack there. The 2 runs do score. It'll be a double and then a throw out at third for Duncan for the first out, but a productive out, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll take trying to extend a double to a triple and getting called out, but still driving in 2 RBIs. That's a pretty good deal.
And suddenly Ripken's starting to pull away earlier on the Valley League. A 3-1 lead. And now rounding out the back. The 2-0 offering. A high hopper foul down the third base side. Strohecker presents the 3-2-1. Strohecker, sorry about that, folks. Strohecker presents that 2-1. That was a ball. And now the 3-1 pitch is going to be lined into the power alley left center field. Carroll gets it back in to the infield quickly, so it'll be just the base hit for McKenna.
Yeah, Strohecker's given up a lot of hard contact in his outing.
Yeah, again, the Ripken League pretty much getting whatever they wanted to this right now. In fact, the one out wasn't even the play, it was on the base paths.
And I think it's a surprise, too, especially for the Valley League to send out its league leader in ERA to struggle the way he has. Makes you rethink some things in that dugout if you're Mike Galino.
And it's going to prompt a mound conference here between normally South Division rivals, but today teammates, Caban and Strohecker. And maybe that's a factor. You know, these are pitcher and catcher that aren't necessarily accustomed to each other, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that is the beautiful thing is you have to find some common ground when you're out there for a mound visit in an all-star game like that and find something to talk about to calm your guy down. It's just the natural instinct of a catcher to find something to calm your guy down.
So now resetting here, the batter is Dylan Melton. It's back to the top of the order for the Ripken League. Melton walked and then made all the way to third, but did not score in the first. Ball 1 from Strohecker. No one throwing in the Valley League bullpen at the moment, as this one is potential double play ball mishandled by Mallow, so that rules out the double play, but he does get the out at first on Melton, 2 away.
That's a good job by Mallow to stick with that one and get the out. You don't want to tempt future disaster by trying to turn 2 on that one. Get the out, get your pitcher the opportunity to get out of the inning, but that won't happen, however.
Yeah, so we knew kind of the plan was going to be 2 outs and then new pitcher, and that's going to be the case here. So a new arm for the Valley League. It's a Winchester Royal. To be more specific, as I try to pull up my roster here for you folks, that is going to be Tyler Oakes of the Winchester Royals. So all right, ready to resume play here. Before we do that, a brief message from Game Run AI. Baseball players, softball players looking for help with hitting or pitching? Upload your game footage to Game Run AI and get a coach-ready performance report that breaks down your hitting or pitching mechanics with drills to train and improve. Visit Game Run AI at our company website and load up your footage today. Become a better hitter or pitcher and improve your game. We appreciate their support of the Valley Baseball League. Again, Tyler Oakes, the new arm from Winchester Royals for the Valley League. Brennan Wright, the batter for the Ripken League. 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. He takes ball 1 from Oakes.
And this is a big spot for Oakes to come in. You know, you think the 2 outs rule would be usually in a clean inning, but now you have to do 2, you get your out in a spot where runners are already on base.
That is fair. Caban comes from behind the plate to pick it up. He throws to Casada at first and in time for out number 3. But not before the Ripken League does some significant damage on the scoreboard to the tune of 3 runs. And after a scoreless first inning, plenty of offense in the second, 3-1 as we head to the third right after this brief timeout. It's turned into a beautiful evening for baseball at Shirley Povich Field, named after the longtime sports editor of the Washington Post. It's the home team, the Ripken All-Stars, up 3-1 on the Valley League All-Stars in this exhibition matchup. We got a new arm for the Ripken League. It is Tommy Blackburn of the Metro South County Braves and the captains of CNU. 23 innings pitched, 1.96 ERA on the campaign. The first Valley League batter he'll face is Haywood, more specifically Caden Haywood of the Strasburg Express. Harrisburg, North Carolina at Western Carolina University. He'll take strike one to begin things from Blackburn.
Now it becomes the question of, can you answer if you're the Valley League?
That one ended up in the air, right field, but does not have the distance. It drops harmlessly into the glove of Malvasio for out number one. So not a good start to the potential response there for the Valley League.
Yeah, close. Again, this right field is going to be tough for players to go opposite field at 330 to the right field foul pole. Good ride there from Haywood, but not enough to put it out of the park.
So back to the top of the order for the Valley Baseball League All-Stars. It is Chris Carroll of the Covington Lumberjacks, wearing number 22 this evening, from Miami, Florida. And that is ball one to Carroll. Chris Carroll, one of the primary stolen base threats on this Valley Baseball League All-Star lineup. He takes ball two as well. The 2-0 pitch. Inside for ball three, so that ideal hitter's count, 3 balls, no strikes. Luke, he can just wait for the pitch he wants.
And that's the spot you want to be. You want to work at bats like this to get the counts that you want, find the pitch that you want.
As inside, and a 4-pitch, 1-out walk to Carroll. They're keeping on him on the base paths. 21 stolen bases on the campaign.
Again, like Nick April Gath behind him, Cal Ripken League's going to pay a lot of attention to Carroll on the bases.
Speaking of Nick April Gath, he is the current batter from the Waynesboro Generals. He knocked that base hit in the first inning. That one inside for ball one. And if Blackburn keeps having trouble finding the plate, it's going to be a good opportunity for the Valley League to get back in this one. Oh, that's an absolute screamer into left center, but it is caught out there by Andrew Duncan for out number two. So it looked nice in the air, Luke, but ultimately just falls in the glove.
That's a couple hitters for the Valley League that have made some really good contact. To go back to Mallow last half inning and April Gath there, where they've hit absolute blistering line drives that have fallen harmlessly into the glove of the Cal Ripken fielder. But it does say one good thing for the Valley League. They are seeing these pitchers and getting their good swings off.
So now, right fielder from the Stan Braves, Brody Melton, wearing number 18, struck out his first time up. That one skied into right, a can of corn out there for Malvasio, and just like that, the Valley League is done in the third. Nothing doing for them. Well, Ripken League will try to expand their 3-1 cushion after we take a breather. We welcome you back to Rockville, Maryland in the D.C. metro area. We're at Ripken All-Stars 3, Valley League All-Stars 1 through 2.5 innings. And folks, this half inning is brought to you by the Swing for Health campaign and Diabetes Reversal Group. Here's something to think about. 1 in 10 Americans have type 2 diabetes. Even if that's not you, you know someone. DRG has spent 16 years reversing this disease, and they're now right here in the Valley. Scan the QR code at the front, or visit their website to learn more.
And we'll get the second out of Oaks' outing here, and he's only going to get one batter before the Valley League will move on to their next pitcher. So the task is pretty simple. Record the guy and get him out in front of you.
And that guy is the catcher, Colin Lott, number 3. He struck out in the first inning. It's a grounder foul down the first base side, and he'll sell into the grass near the Valley League dugout. Just gets by the diving. Mallow, and just like the second inning, it's going to be a leadoff single for the Ripken League by Colin Lott.
And these Ripken All-Stars have been putting really good bat to ball as of late. They are seeing the ball incredibly well. That doesn't bode well for the Valley League, especially when you've already had one guy have a rough inning. You don't want to let that stack up and continue to add on to the scoreboard.
Yep, and now you got the dangerous Zach Malvazio, the home run leader of the Ripken League. Swing and a miss there for strike 1 from Oaks. Batting .343 on the campaign, so he bats for average as well. Oh, chased a low pitch there. Well thrown there by Oaks. 0-2 count here. Malvazio digs back into the righty batter's box. You'll see an 0-2 pitch from Oaks, and he will knock it foul down the third base line. Valley League trying to prevent another Ripken rally as they try to extend their 3-1 lead. That one in the dirt, and good job backing that up as there's a new catcher actually for the Valley League. That is Julian Braga, number 5, there behind the dish. That one low in the, that one for strike 3. And that's going to sit down Malvazio.
That'll do it for Tyler Oaks when he gets his second out.
Got his 2 outs. And as per the routine, the game plan, that is going to mean a new pitcher for the Valley League. And that new arm is Adler Holtz, number 15 from the Newmarket Rebels. Most recently played his college baseball at Florida Southern. So we'll let him get some more pitches, then we'll be back to see if the Valley League can get out of this inning. So we'll all get back, folks. But we're in the bottom of the third. Ripken All-Stars 3, Valley League All-Stars 1. Andrew Stoddard with Luke Stinfesco alongside. Again, the new arm for the Valley League from the Newmarket Rebels, Adler Holtz, coming in with a 2.19 ERA, a record of 2-1. And it crossed 24 and 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be called upon to try to get the Valley League out of this third inning. First pitch from Holtz. In there for strike one to Cal Johnson, who really got that second inning rally going for the Ripken League with the leadoff base hit, and it just kind of snowballed from there, Luke.
Yeah, so you don't want to let that happen again this inning. You want to get him out, get him as quick as you can.
As a screamer down the first base line, but fouled by just a few inches by the looks of it.
And is the one thing we have a great view of from here down the first base line. We have a good view of the first base and being able to tell if a pitch is fair or foul when it's put into play. That one right there, we quickly could see. Foul ball.
So quick 0-2 count to Johnson. The 0-2 pitch from Holtz. Foul back into the netting to stay alive. And I notice that's one thing the Ripken batters has been doing pretty well too. They've kind of been battling deep into at-bats, whereas the Valley League batters maybe are getting out a little bit more quickly. That one off the mark for ball one. As Johnson looks to get back in this at-bat while Holtz looks to sit him down. It is Con Lott on first. Not a big lead from first. Foul back to the netting once again. The count remains a ball and 2 strikes as we approach 8 o'clock local time here at Shirley Povich Field. We're glad you could join us for this Summer Collegiate Baseball All-Star Exhibition between the Ripken All-Stars and the Valley League All-Stars. We've seen some good stuff so far from both sides. Swung on and missed. Beautiful pitch there by Holtz. And back-to-back strikeouts for the Valley League. First strikeout for Holtz.
That was a good pitch from Holtz. Exactly what you want in that at-bat. You don't allow a runner on first and Lott to advance any further, and you record your second out.
So now Alejandro Vasquez, the third baseman, singled and scored a run in the second inning. That one in the air towards right, backpedaling to make the play is Melton for out number 3. So leadoff single, but nothing else for the Ripken League, and we'll go to the fourth. The score remains Ripken 3, Valley 1. We'll have the fourth right after this. All right, folks, back for the fourth inning. We have a couple changes for the Ripken League All-Stars, but before we get to that, a brief message from Weather Decision Solutions. We bring seasoned meteorologists, cutting-edge technology, and battle-tested operators together as one team. Your team gets sharper weather intelligence, practical guidance, and the confidence to make the right business decision when conditions change. That's Weather Decision Solutions. So we got a new pitcher and catcher for the Ripken League. Pitcher is Logan Hartman, the catcher Landon Springmeyer, as well as a pinch hitter for the Valley League. So Brody Dalton is done for the evening, and he will step aside in favor of, from the Woodstock River Bandits, Adriel Delgado. That one right back up the middle. Oh, got through the second baseman there. Right. And that's going to allow Delgado to be safe at first. And that is a very quick ruling by the official scorer, E4.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an error. Right, didn't stay down on that ball. Went right to his feet. Pulling the glove up, trying to make the play with Delgado on the way to first. That's one that he'd like to have back, but good to get it out of the way in a setting like this where the stats really don't matter.
Yeah, get it out of your system before the games matter again with your team. So Delgado, the Jacksonville Dolphin, is on first. Here's Julian Braga. Came in the previous inning at catcher. He'll take ball one from Hartman. Braga from the Stan Braves played his college ball for the Florida Southwestern Buccaneers. A lot of their players in the Valley League this season. And that one, a liner right back to the first baseman, and he's going to step on the bag to double up Delgado. Wow, Luke, how unlucky is that?
Yeah, that's really unlucky for the Valley League, but it's right place, right time for Dylan Melton to make that play. And Delgado tried to get a secondary lead there, and oftentimes with a line drive to first base, that secondary lead is the one that kills you in that spot.
Yep, certainly doomed the Valley League there. The very rare 3U LDP in the scorebook. That's not one you see every day. So now from the Winchester Royals, third baseman Brody Connors. He grounded out to second his first time up. Off the mark for ball one, but a much better situation for the Ripken All-Stars. Nobody on, 2 out. That one in the zone that time. An even 1-1 count now to Connors. Connors been batting .324 on the season for Winchester with 12 RBIs. As that one's in the dirt for ball two from Hartman. Hartman's from the only crop dusters and Jacksonville University Dolphins. ERA of .50. That's impressive. And that is a swing and a miss for strike two, a 2-2 count. Ooh, that just missed the zone low. So load up the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Connors, who going to try to keep the Valley half of the fourth alive here.
That might be a bit of a new lease on life for Brody Connors there.
Logan Hartman trying to finish the job for the Ripken League. I'll have to wait one more pitch that is fouled off and lands in the parking lot. Still the 3-2 count to Connors. Hartman, full count pitch. Grounded foul down the third base side that time.
I think that pitch might have clipped the foot of Connors in the box. Otherwise, that would have been an easy 5-3 putout to end the inning.
So a prolonged battle here in this AB between the pitcher Harmon, the batter Connors. Harmon has the pitch he wants. And here it comes. High chopper again, foul down the third base side.
This is a good at-bat from Connors to work this long. Like it to pay off with a base hit, but it does go a long way in bolstering the momentum, probably the morale of the Valley League hitters to see one of their own get in a battle like this.
The question is, will he win said battle? And the answer is yes, with a base hit up the middle. A very clutch two-out at bat from Brody Connors. And we'll see if the Valley League has a two-out rally in them, as they're on the wrong side of a 3-1 score right now.
They're going to need a bit of a rally in this spot. And they'll go to a pinch hitter. One of your Harrisonburg Turks taking the spot.
And that would be Elijah Gillum. So I tell you, I've been very impressed by his hitting so far. He can hit for power. He can also hit for contact. Really good all-around batter for the Turks. He's batting .366 along the league leaders in the Valley League. Most recently played for the Flagler Saints.
He spent time with the Tom Sox last year, so I got to watch him play. It was fun to watch play. Loves to find the gap and has the power to go deep as well.
He's got no 0-1 count here, as that is in the dirt to even the count of ball and a strike to Gillums. Oh, it looks like he was swinging for the fences, but instead he. And with two gone, this could be one good pitch from the end of the inning here. And the way Ripken's been handling the bullpen, maybe the end of Hartman's outing. Skied high in the infield. No, he's just there for Dylan Melton. He makes the grab for round number 3. And another quiet inning for the Valley League, as it remains Ripken 3, Valley League 1 through 3.5 innings. And welcome you back to a 77-degree, partly sunny night at Shirley Povich Field in Rockville, Maryland. Some All-Star baseball on tap for you. The Ripken All-Stars 3, the Valley League All-Stars 1 through 3.5 innings. And we do want to give you another reminder that this is sponsored by Varsity Travel. Varsity Travel, VBL All-Star sponsor. Where's your group's next bus adventure? Do you need a charter bus? Contact Varsity Travel at 540-678-2871. Sit back and relax as Varsity Travel experienced drivers get you to your next group outing destination. Varsity Travel, 540-678-2871.
Varsity Travel helped bus the entire Valley League team here today, so special thanks to them.
Yeah, it was a nice, smooth ride up. I was on the bus with them. You can watch movies on the bus too. We watched Cars. As ball one there to Gabriel Pegues. Actually, Caden Haywood picked out the movie. Yeah, he's a Cars fan. Swung on a miss there by Pegues. A ball and a strike now. As we also have a new pitcher for your Valley League All-Stars. That's number 23, Hunter Coville, on the bump right now. He represents the Culpeper Cavaliers in Bridgewater College, hometown Fredericksburg, Virginia. And that is going to be hit right back up the middle, though, for a base hit from Pegues. Third consecutive inning, Luke, that the leadoff man has got on for the Ripken All-Stars.
That's a pretty good sign that you guys are having success at the plate for the Ripken League right now. Getting guys on base is key to wins. I'll have an opportunity here with Pegues at first to try and advance him and get him across to keep the league growing.
That was actually an ODAC duel because Pegues played for Lynchburg. ODAC, a very deep baseball conference, as that is Andrew Duncan now batting for the Ripken League. He is 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI double, but he did get thrown out trying to stretch to a triple.
Yeah, not the worst way to get thrown out in a ball game, trying to make 2 into 3 after you've already driven in 2 runs.
The 0-1 from Coville is high into left center at the warning track. Haywood makes the play for out number 1. A long and dramatic out number 1.
You thought a second that ball might have a shot at leaving the yard, but the high fence in left center held that one in. Easy catch for Haywood.
So now is the DH Cole McKenna. He is 1 for 1 with a single. He checks his swing as low for ball 1. Coville trying to bounce back from the leadoff, giving up the leadoff hit. He throws to first to check on Pegues, but he slides back safely. By the way, it's now Elijah Gillums at first, so that substitution for the Valley League after he was the pinch hitter there in the top half of the inning. That one in the dirt, but Braga recovers in time to hold the runner at first. A 2-0 count to McKenna. Pegues off to a bit of a lead, as that is tapped foul for strike 1. Coville's 2-1 pitch incoming. Big swing and a miss there. Strike 2 evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coville doing a good job of battling back from an early 2-0 count here. All right, Pegues making a run for it. It's tapped foul, though, so he will have to retreat to first base. He was off to a good lead there, though, Luke.
Yeah, he was able to time up Coville well. That's the thing as a base runner, too. You want to be able to time up the pitcher on the mound, get the best chance of keeping yourself from getting out on the base paths.
All right, throw on to first. Pegues gets back standing up.
This is the first time today the Valley League has really had to pay attention to a runner on first base to avoid a stolen bag.
Coville's pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Well tossed there by Coville, second out of the inning. Collectively for the Valley League, that is their 5th strikeout as the pitching staff today. And that'll be it for Coville. He got his 2 outs. That is the allowance today, if you will, for the Valley League pitchers. As trying to get everyone some reps here. We'll get the new pitcher for you and the rest of the bottom of the 4th in a minute. We thank you again for joining us for this exhibition of Summer Collegiate All-Star Baseball. Right now, it's your Valley League All-Stars on the wrong side of a 3-1 score against the home team, the Cal Ripken All-Stars. We do have a new arm for the Valley Starling. He's representing the Strasburg Express and Western Carolina University. Colton Starling comes in with a 2.35 ERA, a record of 2-0 across 8 appearances, 15 1/3 innings pitched. We'll see what we can do here with 2 gone in the 4th. It is Dylan Melton, the first baseman. Pegues taking off. The throw, not quite there. Good effort by Braga on the front end and April Gath on the back end there, but ultimately it is a stolen base for Pegues. First stolen base for either side in this game.
That was a very good throw from Braga, and you would think there'd be more stolen bases in this game considering how much attention and pickoffs there have been, but really base runners haven't been able to get consistent timing and get to the base paths because of how many hits there have been.
First pitch was a strike, by the way, before the stolen base, and then that's with the ball for a 1-1 count. One pitch from Starling. Swung on a missed. Strike number 2. So 1-2 count to number 1 Melton with 2 outs. A lot of 1s and 2s in that statement. And it's turned on and missed. A strikeout to end the inning by Starling to Melton. So the Ripken League does not grow their lead, and we will go to the fifth. Ripken All-Stars 3, Valley League All-Stars 1. We'll be right back. Sun's starting to set here in Rockville, Maryland. The floodlights starting to take over Shirley Povich Field over this Summer League All-Star exhibition. The Ripken All-Stars 3, the Valley League All-Stars 1. Andrew Stoddard, Logan Stefanisco alongside. Representing the Harrisburg Turks and Charlottesville Tom Sox respectively. It's a couple of strong South Division teams. We'll introduce the new pitcher here for the Ripken League in just a moment. But first, a word from the Diabetes Reversal Group. One of our partners this season is doing something I think is worth mentioning. Diabetes Reversal Group, they're part of our Swing for Health campaign. Has spent 16 years helping people with type 2 diabetes actually reverse their disease. Not just manage it, reverse it. And the thing is, even if that's not your situation, you probably know someone it is, a parent, a neighbor, a coworker. They're here in the Valley now. Visit DRD's website or grab a brochure today. The new pitcher is Kaiser Smith for the Ripken League. He's from the Bethesda Big Train in Florida Atlantic with an ERA of 1. He is pitching to a pinch hitter, as that is a base hit there for the Valley League. And that pinch hitter was Connor Worth of the Woodstock River Bandits.
Good job of Worth going opposite field there. Valley League just needs any kind of momentum they can get, and that's a good start.
So nice job there by Worth. His first contribution to the game is a positive one. As here is Haywood, Caden Haywood of the Strasburg Express. The left fielder is 0 for 1, a fly out to right in the third inning. And we'll see if the Valley can finally string something together here, Luke.
Yeah, they're going to need to work longer at-bats. Again, you talked about it earlier. It feels like they've been swinging early and often, and those have led to outs. What they need to do is string those at-bats together, find their pitch, find a gap, find some grass, score some runs.
Worth off to a big lead. The throw is coming in, not in time. It's into the outfield. Worth thinks about third, but thinks better of it. He'll stick with second. So stolen bag for Worth, as he is being very productive here in the Valley League fifth. Haywood sky high. We'll see if that's playable. It's not. It lands down the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Haywood. Someone who can hit for power, and one swing in the back could make this a tied game potentially. That one popped, but the wrong direction. That's landed somewhere in the parking lot. They played a window smashing sound effect. Hopefully there is an actual window smashing there.
I don't think so. It'd be tough. I don't think cars are parked that close, but you do never know with baseball.
A very unpredictable game. That went back to the netting, and Haywood, we talked about Valley trying to battle more in these ABs, and that's what Haywood's doing here. That one back up the middle, fielded cleanly by the shortstop. Throw to first is not in time. Haywood legs out a single. Worth to third, and don't look now. Here comes the potential go-ahead run at the plate. It's in the form of a pinch hitter. I believe that is James Green of the Front Royal Cardinals. He will pinch hit for Carroll.
Also played at Waynesboro last season, so you could say a Valley League veteran.
He'll take ball one from Kaiser Smith. And James Green representing the Front Row Cardinals and Presbyterian College in South Carolina. His hometown is Huntersville, North Carolina. Green is batting .349 on the season for Front Royal. Bounce back for a ball and a strike. Saw Front Royal at Harrisonburg the other night. I was impressed by Green. It has a lot of tools, and if you get on the base paths, you can be productive there as well. In the dirt, but keeping an eye on it and keeping it from going back to the backstop is Landon Springmeyer, the catcher.
Green's a very good contact hitter, and you can see that shine through when he plays. Last year for Waynesboro was a thorn in Charlottesville's side consistently when they played. And he's carried that over to this season with Front Royal.
That one into left. It is fair. Here comes Worth. It'll be a double for Green. And the Valley League bats have woken up, Luke.
It took a little bit for them to rekindle the flame that Gregory Caban tried to light in the second inning. There you go. Green does exactly what he does best, a looping line drive that finds some green and hustles out a double. And now it's the Valley League that's threatening to capture momentum comparatively to the Ripken League.
Yep, score now Ripken League 3, the Valley League 2. With the potential time run, Haywood at third. The potential go-ahead run, Green at second. A brief mound conference there between Smith and Springmeyer, the current battery for the Ripken League. We've had several different batteries today and still about half the game to go. A little chip foul there by Nick April-Gath for strike one. He is 1 for 2, a base hit and a fly out to left.
He's come through a lot for the Generals this season. This is the guy that Mike Galino would want in this spot for his squad.
As a called strike, right around the knees, no 2 count to April-Gath. Inside, April-Gath ducks out of the way for ball one from Kaiser Smith. Swung on a miss, so April-Gath goes down on strikes. And one gone in the Valley League half of the fifth.
That's a very good job by Smith to get an out there. That's how you want to build confidence back up after a rocky start to this inning. Get an out, start to feel yourself on the mound, build back up.
So we got another pinch hit situation here. It looks like Nick Tromboski from the Front Row Cardinals is going to get his turn. He is pinch hitting for Brody Melton. So that'll do it for his evening as it's fouled off for strike one. Nick is from representing the Front Row Cardinals from Columbus, New Jersey and Stony Brook. That one through the right side of the infield, and it'll get through. Haywood scores, and Green scores! Yes, he does, sliding in. Valley League out front. On the 2 RBI single by Tromboski.
Just a wild play overall. Good piece of hitting from Tromboski to find the gap between the second baseman and first baseman. Allowed Green to score, but Tromboski out, advancing to second. So now 2 outs for the Valley League in the top of the 5th. An opportunity for Cal Ripken to escape the nightmare inning.
Here's Delgado, the DH. He will turn on the first pitch to the second baseman. Throw on to first in time. And that'll do it for the Valley League in the 5th, but not before a 3-run cross home plate. And just like that, the Valley League is back out front, 4-3. We will have the Ripken League half of the 5th here in just a moment. So your Valley Baseball League All-Stars for the second time today enjoy the lead. It is Valley League 4, Ripken League 3 here as we get ready to work the bottom of the 5th. Andrew Stoddard, Luke Stefanisco alongside. So now here comes leading off the Ripken League half of the 5th. It is Brennan Wright. Brennan is 0 for 2. He ground out to second, and he's ground out to the catcher. He'll take ball 1 from Colton Starling, who continues to pitch. At least for now, he got the first out. He got a strikeout on just 4 pitches to end the threat in the 4th. And he gets right to swing miss there for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. So here's the 1-1 pitch from Starling. Off the mark for ball 2. And Starling will try to get things going with an out here, and then if the Valley League management coach staff keeps to the trend, that'll be his evening.
Evan Allwine warming in the VBL bullpen. Tom Sock's right, he'll get an inning.
As well as Lane Duff, the Turks ace, is making his way over there as well. It is now a 2-2 count to right. Starling is back set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Down he goes. A beautiful strikeout there by Starling. And right on cue, here comes the manager. So Colton Starling making the most of his all-star outing. Faced two batters, struck them both out.
That was a good pitch on there to get the strikeout. The high cheddar, that's the pitcher's favorite arsenal and the pitcher's favorite tool to use. It's that high fastball that's enticing to the hitter, not good enough to hit.
So we will take a step aside as Valley League makes a pitch change. We'll be right back. We thank you again for joining us for this showdown between the best of the Valley Baseball League, the best of the Ripken All-Stars, and it's your Valley League All-Stars who currently have the 4-3 edge, and a new pitcher for the Valley League, Evan Allwine from Luke, your Charlottesville Tom Sox, Altoona, Pennsylvania, Pasco Hernandez State College. I'll let you speak more to him.
Evan Allwine, a really cool story. Last season was picked as a VBL All-Star, didn't pitch in the game due to suffering a stress fracture in a game against Covington, but came back for another year in Charlottesville. Has picked up right where he left off. A guy that uses that big frame and has added some extra velocity this season to consistently produce results and produce outs for the Sox.
And that is a called strike one to Landon Springmeyer, the catcher. So Allwine trying to keep the streak of strikeouts going into two by Colton Starling. Instead, it'll be a ground ball through the left side. So Springmeyer with a one-out single as the Ripken lead tries to recapture the league from the Valley League in what has been a close, tight, competitive game up to this point.
And Allwine's used to this. There's been a couple games this season where he's gotten hit around but has managed to bounce his way back and find his way back and go to Front Royal where the Sox suffered a 3-1 loss. But Allwine was excellent in that game with only 3 runs allowed in the first 2 innings, pitched 6 complete innings.
Yep, he throws strike one to Zach Malvazio, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So from the Valley League perspective, that's a streak you would like to have continue. The 0-1 pitch. Yeah, it looks like he swung and chased that low stuff, 0-2.
That's Evan Allwine's great equalizer. The fastball is good, but that changeup and curveball, they can move a ton, and that's a tough thing as a hitter to handle.
swung on and missed. Malvasio is dismissed in 3 pitches.
And there it is from Allwine. You see the off-speed arsenal working well. That's what he does best. I think he tends to pitch better, actually, when he's under adversity. Loves the spotlight.
That is collectively the 8th strikeout for the Valley League as a pitching staff. As a chopper back to the backstop from Cal Johnson, the shortstop. So from what I've heard, the Ripken League's going to make a lot of change in the 6th inning. So this might be the last action for a lot of these Ripken League guys. As taking off from first is Springmeyer, and he is safe with the stolen base. So potential tying run is at second now, 2 bases away.
That's another good throw from Caban, but a good read from Springmeyer to take second. We'll see how Allwine handles the runner on second. Obviously, in this spot, runner on second can see the grips that pitcher tends to use. This is a spot where you really have to execute, can't make a mistake pitch.
Now on a line drive into left, but right into the glove of the left fielder for out number 3. So that'll do it for the 5th inning. Valley League 4, Ripken League 3 will be back with the 6th right after this.
Back in the top of the 6th, the Valley League All-Stars leading the Cal Ripken All-Stars 4-3 in this interleague showcase. Luke Stefanisco joined alongside Andrew Stoddard. And Andrew, the Valley League, slow start. They got back to it in the top of the 5th inning. Do you see them continuing their offensive production this half inning?
Yeah, I think they've settled into the rhythm of the game really well, Luke. I think one thing from the previous innings is that they were kind of battling more, like prolonging those at-bats, making the Ripken pitching staff work, and it paid off with those 3 runs in the top of the 5th.
With that being said, the Valley League will look to get back on the board after they scored 3 in the top half of the 5th inning. Conlon Taylor taking the mound for the first time for the Cal Ripken League. Steps and fires a first pitch, breaking ball that'll miss the zone. So ahead in the count, 1-0. Next pitch runs up high again, and it's quickly 2-0.
And that's another thing I've noticed from the Valley League batters so far. Better plate discipline, better eye at the plate compared to the early innings.
Taylor locked in a 2-0 count. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Julian Braga behind the heater there.
I'll tell that a mild announcer jinx. The comment is plate discipline, and he swings and misses. it's more of a Category 1 announcer jinx.
Taylor found his first strike. Can he consistently continue to find the zone here? Braga fouls that one back to the screen, and it's 2-2. This is the moment the Valley League needs to continue adding on. Reminder, Cal Ripken League scored all 3 of their runs in the bottom of the second. 2-2 pitch from Taylor. Down in the dirt, Braga spits on it. Count will run full, and we'll have a payoff pitch. Braga's 0 for 1 today. Gonna find his first hit of the contest. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball just missed. Julian Braga works a walk and gives the Valley League a leadoff base runner in the bottom half, or top half of the 6th.
And that was one thing the Ripken League was very successful with in the early innings, like getting the leadoff guy on. So I think that's kind of how they started to sort of lead. Now, in that 5th inning rally, the leadoff guy, Connor Worth, got on for the Valley League, and wouldn't you know it, 3 runs, took the lead.
Pinch hitter for the third baseman, Brody Connors. It's Ty Powell from Culpeper. I'll take strike 1 to go behind 0-1. The full-shear Texas native and Texas State Bobcat digging in for his first appearance in the All-Star contest. Braga gets his lead at first. 0-1 from Taylor, just off the outer half. It's a 1-1 count. So now Taylor working out of the stretch. Braga at first. Not much of a threat on the base paths. 1-1. Big swing and a miss from Ty Powell for strike 2. Taylor will look to put away Ty Powell here. Nobody out in the top of the 6th. Valley League leading 4-3. Taylor kicks and fires. Down in the dirt, blocked by Springmeyer. Braga takes off, throw to second, not in time. And it's blocked well by the shortstop to prevent Braga from advancing any further. Pitch to Powell was a ball, and it's a 2-2 count. So now Conlon will try to put Powell away again. The next pitch. Off-speed pitch he lost control of and sent high. So back-to-back counts instead of run full for Conlon Taylor. Trying to avoid another base runner for the Valley League. Look to second, the 3-2 pitch to Powell upstairs. And it's back-to-back walks for Mike Galino's bunch. And runners on first and second with nobody out for the Valley League All-Stars. That'll give Elijah Williams a chance with runners in scoring position. Current Harrisonburg Turk and former Charlottesville Tom Sock. A big opportunity in this one. First pitch he sees, he lines the other way into left field, and that's a base hit. Stopped in front of the wall by the left fielder. Coming home to score is Braga. Williams trying his luck for second. Throw is in time. So call it an RBI single for Elijah Williams. Powell advances to third. Braga scores. It's 5-3 Valley League, but Williams cut down trying to take an extra bag.
Yeah, it was very similar to a play that the Ripken All-Stars had earlier where a double by Duncan tried to stretch and triple got thrown out. But again, if you're the Valley League, that's an out you can live with. It's only the first of the inning, and you got to run in.
So Williams will turn it over to Connor Worth in his second at-bat of tonight. First pitch, he takes strike call. Conlon Taylor looking to shake off the RBI single and avoid any further damage with the runner at third. 0-1 to Worth. Ground ball back up the middle, past the diving second baseman and into center field. Connor Worth picks up his second hit of the night, and it's 6-3 Valley League.
Yeah, he was really the spark plug in that previous inning with that 3-run rally, and he does it again here, brings home Powell. And now, just like that, Valley League doubling up the Ripken League.
Great spot for the Valley League. Still some more potential damage looming for Taylor. First pitch to Caden Haywood, runs inside and plunks him.
First base the painful way, I like to call it.
He'll take the free 90 over to the first base bag. And now once again, 2 men on for the VBL.
So we mentioned that the Ripken League might make a bunch of changes. Do want to mention some of those. It's now Hunter White at first base, Robert Kelly at second base. Right fielder is Daniel McGinnis. Shortstop for the Ripken League is Nadav Mocklin. Third base is Ryan Boma. Center fielder is TJ Grimesti. And left field is Jack Warner. So a whole new infield and a whole new outfield for the Ripken League. And I think we found out pregame that they were going to make that midway transition.
Call it a line change in hockey. You don't see a lot of line changes in baseball. We have one here. So with the fresh 9 on the diamond for the Ripken League, they're going to have to do battle with a red-hot Valley League offense. 2 runs already across this half inning. James Green flies that one into right. Chasing McGinnis back to the track at the wall. It leaps and it's off the wall. Worth will score. Throw goes to third as Haywood got a late break, and everyone's safe. That ball hung up in the air a while, and it's a long single for James Green.
Yeah, I think there was just some uncertainty on the base paths there, with thinking that the catch would be made. But nonetheless, very productive single there for Green, and it brings home Worth. So now 7-3 Valley League.
Taylor, after giving up the long RBI single, will face a pinch hitter in the form of the Japanese product in Kansas State, and Shin Inoue. First pitch to Inoue, clips the zone for a strike.
And he's definitely been one of the stronger hitters in the Valley League, one of the centerpiece for that Percival Cannons lineup.
Inoue behind 0-1. Taylor gets his sign. The next pitch to the lefty. Green takes off. Inoue fouls it back to the screen. It's 0-2.
And Green showing a lot of speed and got a good jump there, but he'll have to head back to first.
Inoue spent time in 2025 on the Cape Cod League, one of the most prestigious summer ball leagues in America. Not to be, the Valley League isn't very prestigious. Valley League is great, and it's a testament as to why Inoue is back here for a second year. 0-2. Inoue crushes one well foul into right, and it'll land in the VBL bullpen. Dominic Achila, the bullpen catcher for the moment, tried to make the catch, couldn't hold on to it, and he'll get some cheers from the VBL bullpen.
I have a little bit of a delay here, as I think Inoue I begin trying to work on the grip on his bat, maybe?
Not sure. Inoue swaps out his bat, actually. Picks up a new one. We'll see if the new piece of lumber will treat him well. He's behind in an 0-2 count to Conlon Taylor. 3 runs already across for the Valley League this inning. It's a 7-3 ball game. Taylor's 0-2. Green takes off. Inoue watches it sail in the dirt, and there is no throw from Springmeyer. So Green swipes second, and there's runners on second and third with only 1 out for the Valley.
And yeah, the Springmeyer really never had much of a chance there to have thrown Green out. Again, like he had before on the foul ball where he had to go back. Great jump, great speed.
The 1-2 pitch. Inoue pops it up, back out of play over the press box. Still 2 runners on for the Valley League. Inoue looking to drive them both in. Could do so with a base knock here. The pitch. Off the outer edge for a ball, and it's 2-2. looking to control the hurt. He delivers the 2-2. Swing and a miss from Inouye. An emphatic strikeout for Conlon Taylor as he goes to the fastball to punch out Inouye for the second out. Now Nick Drumboski, who picked up an RBI single last inning, was caught advancing to second, will get another opportunity in the next half inning. First pitch he sees, he watches sail into the strike zone for a called strike. Dombrowski will look for his second hit of the night. The 0-1. Cue shot foul back to the padding. And Taylor looking to get out of this inning finally. It's an 0-2 count. Haywood on third and Green at second. The 0-2 pitch runs upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right fielder. The next pitch from Taylor. Down low, Springmeyer couldn't frame that one. It was at the shoot tops of Drabowski, and it's 2-2. Taylor looks for the ender. He delivers. Drumboski lines this one into right. McGinnis can't get it as it lands fair. Haywood scores. Green will come behind him. And it's 9-3 VBL. The Valley League pouring it on in the top of the 6th.
And another key contribution from Drumboski. You mentioned he had that RBI hit in the 5th, and another one here in the 6th.
Abdriel Delgado will get another opportunity, as that might spell the end of the day for Taylor, with 5 runs already across this half inning.
Yeah, rough go of it. I think that last AB was kind of a microcosm of it. He was kind of all over the place, sometimes in zone, sometimes out of it, and then once the Valley League player got a hit on it there, Drumboski, very solid contact into right.
With that being said, we'll step aside with the new man on the mound getting loose for the Cal Ripken League. 9-3 your score here at Shirley Povich Field. We'll be right back. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, new arm is 20.
Before we talk about the new man on the mound for the Cal Ripken League, we'd like to thank Varsity Travel for getting our VBL All-Stars to the game today. Varsity Travel, where is your group's next bus adventure? Do you need a charter bus? Contact Varsity Travel at 540-678-2871. Sit back and relax as Varsity Travel experienced drivers get you to your next group outing destination. The Cal Ripken League, after 5 runs come across, all charged to Conlon Taylor, they'll turn to Christian Dre, who's made 5 appearances and 4 starts for the Ripken League this season, 15 and a third innings pitched, 20 strikeouts, 6 walks, and a 1.17 ERA. He'll face Abdriel Delgado as he tries to get out of this inning for the Ripken League. First pitch to Delgado, misses inside for a ball.
And if Delgado's able to get on base there, the Valley League will have batted around because I think that's Julian Braga who started things here in the 6th, who's on deck.
All 9 hitters have come to the plate this inning for the VBL. 1-0 to Delgado is up high for a ball, and it's 2-0. Valley League pitcher Evan Olenline walking back from the bullpen. A long inning, needed to stay loose and throw a few extra warm-up pitches. Dre's 2-0 pitch is again up high, and it's 3-0 to Delgado. So now the possibility of the VBL batting around goes up exponentially in this 3-0 count. With Drumbowski on second. Dre gives him a look and comes to the plate. Delgado takes strike 1.
And you're more than content to take with a 3-0 count. That's typically you're not going to get the green light from the manager very rarely in those situations.
So in this 3-1 count, we'll see if Delgado can extend the inning for the Valley League. Dre looks back to second again, kicks and fires. Delgado pops that one up. Left side, right on the foul line, and it'll drop into foul territory for strike 2. So now a payoff pitch that could go a long way in this one. 6-run cushion for the Valley League. Abriel Delgado will look to extend it. Nicholas Drumbowski on second. Dre steps back on the rubber. From the stretch with the runner on second. 2 outs. A 3-2 count here in the top of the 6th. His next pitch is upstairs for ball 4. So the Valley League will bat around with Julian Braga getting his second at-bat this inning as Delgado works a walk. There's 2 men on for the VBL.
Speaking of walks, that's how Braga started this inning.
Walks can be the catalyst for a lot of good things, as Braga proved in the start of this half inning. Dre will face him for the first time. First pitch to Braga. Check swing, but the pitch is in there for a called strike. Delgado off of first, Drumbowski on second. Dre takes a look to Drumbowski and comes to Braga. That pitch just misses above the zone to even the count at 1 apiece. So now on the 1-1 count, Dre will look to get ahead. Here's his 1-1. Braga will take a pitch that's in the zone for strike 2.
I've noticed Delgado's beginning a pretty sizable lead from first. You wonder if, I know it is 2 outs, so it might be a little weird, but do you think maybe some sort of double steal opportunity for the BBL? Something to keep an eye on.
Especially if they want Braga to put the ball in play. In this 1-2 count, Dre looks to end the inning. His next pitch is popped up. Braga defensive swing there to stay in this at-bat. So they'll do it over again in a 1-2 count. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. The Valley League leading the Cal Ripken League 9-3. Dre's 1-2. Check swing. Did he go around? Peel down to first. They'll say he went. So it's a strikeout for Christian Dre to end the Nightmare 6th inning for the Cal Ripken League. The Valley League piles on 5 more. It's a 9-3 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the inning. Valley League way out in front in this one. Evan Allwine will get his final out of his outing to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Valley Baseball League will turn to someone in the bullpen to pick him up. Allwine recorded 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, going with the theme of 2 batters or an inning for the Valley League's pitchers. It's worked out well for the VBL, who hasn't allowed a run since the bottom of the 2nd here in a 9-3 game.
And I do want to point out a couple defensive changes here. We got Shintaro Inoue from the Purcellville Cannons at short, Ty Powell from the Culpeper Cavaliers in third. So a new left side of the infield for the VBL as we go into the bottom of the 6th here, Luke.
With that being said, at the plate is Ryan Booma, who takes the first pitch from Evan Allwine downstairs for a ball to begin the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, pretty much a whole new bunch of guys getting their first at-bats here for the Ripken League.
Second offering from Allwine into the zone for a strike to even the count at 1 apiece. See if the new infield alignment holds up for the Valley League. Helps them hold this lead. 1-1 inside, Booma bends away. And it's a 2-1 count, he moves ahead. Allwine gets his sign out of the windup, the 2-1. Just missed upstairs, good spot, couldn't get the call. That's a 3-1 count.
We'll see if Allwine can climb the ladder and get back into this here.
Here's the next pitch. Check swing from Booma. Peel to first, and he went around. So now the count runs full after the check swing strike from Booma, and Allwine looks to punctuate his outing with a nice ending. The full count pitch. Broken bat, looper into right field. Back into shallow right field is the second baseman who makes the catch for the first out and the final out of Evan Allwine's night.
Wasn't without a little bit of drama there. It was a little bit of a juggle job, but good job extending into the outfield there by Worth. Good defensive play.
Worth hauls it in for out number 1 of the 6th inning, and Evan Allwine's night will be done. He goes 3 batters, a complete inning, 1 strikeout, no hits, 1 hit, and he'll take a trek to the bullpen, leaving the pitcher behind him a clean slate in this half inning. And we'll step aside here on the Valley Baseball League All-Star broadcast. Don't go anywhere, folks. Before we get to the pitching change for the Valley Baseball League, I'd like to thank another one of our Valley Baseball League partners in Game Run. Baseball players, softball players looking for help with batting or pitching? Upload your game footage to Game Run AI and get a coach-ready performance report that breaks down your hitting or pitching mechanics with drills to train and improve. Visit Game Run AI at our company website and load up your footage today. Become a better hitter or pitcher and improve your game. Valley League will turn to one of the Front Royal Cardinals' best in Matthew Rios, who delivers in a first pitch ball upstairs to begin his outing. He'll be faced with TJ Gramesty to begin his night. Gramesty ahead 1-0. The next pitch into him splits the zone for a called strike.
Valley League's been patching this torch every 2 outs all night, and it's been working pretty well. Like collectively as a rotation, they've struck out 8 guys. So.
On one pitch, downstairs in the dirt, bounces all the way to the backstop and moves the count to 2-1.
All zeros on the line score for Ripken, except for that 3-run second inning.
Put up a crooked inning and haven't been able to find the board since. Rios, a 2.21 ERA this season in 6 appearances and 4 starts. This 2-1 pitch is a big hack from Gramesty for strike 2. Blew the fastball right by him. You could hear the pop of the mitt. Even saw a piece of equipment from Gramesty fall to the ground as the count evens at 2-2. Rios looks to put him away. The next pitch is on the corner for a call. Strike 3. Beautiful spot for Matthew Rios to record out number 2 in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, can I help you? No, just looking, sir, said TJ Gramesty on that one. And again, 9 strikeouts for the VBL pitching staff. They are wheeling and dealing right now.
After Rios begins his outing with a strikeout, he'll look to get out of this inning, continue the clean stretch for the Valley League as Jack Warner steps into the box and takes a first pitch ball above the zone. Darkness falling on Shirley Povich Field in the 3rd iteration of the Valley League Cal Ripken League All-Star Game. First time it's been contested since 2011. The Valley League searching for their first win in the matchup of these 2 summer leagues.
It's a really nice facility here, named after the longtime Washington Post sports editor Shirley Povich.
Rios behind Warner 2-0. Looking to get back into the zone. He fires in a pitch that's popped up just past the backstop. And there'll be nothing but a long strike.
I don't know about a long strike, but it was certainly high.
Moves the count to 2-1. Warner back into the left-handed batter's box against the righty on the mound, Rios. Warner grounds this one right back to him. A confident throw over to first. Williams celebrates the out into a little bit of a kerfuffle with Warner at first as that retires the side. 1-2-3 goes the Cal Ripken League in the bottom of the inning. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Valley League on top, 9-3. Before we can stretch, we have to play the 7th. The Valley League will try to add on to their 9-3 lead here in the VBL Cal Ripken All-Star Showcase. Ty Powell will lead it off for the Valley League, the lefty making his second at-bat. Found his way on via a walk. The last half inning was a part of the 5 runners to come across and score for the VBL in that half inning. Christian Dre into his first full inning of work after finishing off last inning with a strikeout of Julian Braga. First pitch to Powell is a ground ball over to second base, gloved up there, and the throw to first is in time for a quick out number 1 for the Cal Ripken lead. Kelly to White on the 4-3 putout, and Sam Brown will pinch hit. The Strasburg Express, one of the best bats in the Valley League, was named a NASCSB Player of the Week a few weeks ago for a week in which he dominated the Valley. Dre's first pitch to him is a beautiful breaking ball that just missed the zone. Brown moves ahead 1-0, a dangerous guy to fall behind, Andrew.
Yeah, indeed he is. You know, and always good to get one of those national honors like that, you know. So good recognition there for Sam.
Brown, a check swing at the 1-0 pitch. He held back. And it's 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, he's batting .389 on the season, so good hitter, but also good plate discipline, good eye, because he's drawn 24 walks. So very balanced at the dish.
2-0 pitch from Dre to him, and a big swing and a miss. Talk about an ace swing from a guy. That was one right there. And Dre gets back on the board. It's a 2-1 count.
I think that's the second time I've complimented a VBL hitter, and then they immediately swing and miss on the next pitch.
Dre goes to the off-speed pitch and locates right on the corner to even the count at 2 apiece. Despite the danger at the plate, Christian Dre not backing down from a battle. Out of the stretch. He kicks and fires. Brown takes a breaking ball that'll just miss the zone again, and it runs the count full. 2 hours and 20 minutes eclipsed into this one between 2 very good all-star squads.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of everything. Good hitting, good pitching, good fielding.
3-2 count. Dre delivers. Swing and a miss. Sam Brown retired swinging for out number 2. And Christian Dre has quelled the Valley League bats that were hot over the last 2 half innings, and that'll spell the end of his outing. So Dre gets his full inning of work, and he'll head to the dugout to a round of applause from the fans in attendance. However, the Ripken League still trailing the Valley League 9-3 in this one. We'll step aside and introduce the new man on the mound when we come back. In this Cal Ripken League call to the bullpen, I'd like to take a moment to thank Weather Decision Solutions for partnering with the Valley League this season. Weather Decision Solutions is a software that gives weather updates, live weather, can connect you with a meteorologist, and has been a huge help to all the teams across the Valley League this season in their scheduling and decisions, especially during the tough moments. Weather Decision Solutions is there to help, and they've done a great job this season with the Valley League, and the league would like to thank Weather Decision Solutions for partnering with the VBL. Ripken League goes to another pitcher on the mound, and they'll go to Sean Williams, the former Penn State Nittany Lion. Spent last season with Gaston College He's still in the transfer portal, undecided on his next location. He'll try to end this inning with 2 outs already recorded, courtesy of Christian Dre. Williams' first pitch out of the bullpen is in for a strike to Connor Worth, who's 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, if you're the Ripken League, if you have any ambitions of a comeback, it's important to get this third out quickly and, get back up to the plate because you're running out of outs.
The 0-1 pitch from Williams to Worth, a broken bat that nearly goes into the Ripken dugout. And if you want to talk about catching one in on the hands, that's exactly what Connor Worth had happened to him right there. The bat stayed intact.
Yeah, I'd say that's good. That's a good thing because I'm sure those bats are expensive, Luke.
It looked as almost if the bat came apart at the handle. Instead, Worth loses grip of it, and he's behind 0-2.
We had a Turks game the other night. I'm not sure if it was against Stanton or Waynesboro. There had been like 4 or 5 bats that flew out of people's hands. It was just.
I'll never forget Elijah Williams' first game in Charlottesville last year. He let go of the bat and ended up on top of the Tom Sox dugout.
Come to think of it, Elijah was one of the players who lost his bat.
It's happened to him a couple times in his career. Not often you see someone lose their bat and make contact with it like Worth did there. Williams takes a deep breath and delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss. So it takes just 3 pitches for Sean Williams to end the top of the 7th inning. Ripken League still trailing 9-3 as Charlottesville makes another call to the bullpen. We'll be right back with the new man on the mound after this break here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network. Valley League goes to the second and final Tom's player on the roster, and it's Brandon Dahlman, the Liberty Flame, who has set the league ablaze this summer. One of the best strikeout artists in the Valley. 19 1/3 innings pitched this season. This will be his 20th total if you count the 2 batters he'll get in this game. And Dahlman is an excellent arm that Charlottesville has been glad to have this summer.
Yeah, I remember Luke had an outing at my Harrisonburg Turks. Pitched 3 1/3 of scoreless, shutout baseball. Really carved up our life, but pretty good there. So I was impressed by what I saw.
He's allowed 2 earned runs on the season. Struck out 35-plus batters. A guy that's able to generate a ton of swings and misses. So, in to do battle with Dahlman is Emilio Gonzalez to lead off the bottom of the 7th. The righty kicks and delivers. First pitch fastball that is a little elevated for ball 1.
Yeah, Emilio's playing his home ballpark. He's a Bethesda Big Train, batting .318 on the season.
Next pitch to Gonzalez, popped straight up, back out of play. Gonzalez is one of the league's best in 2025. On the Triple Crown in the Cal Ripken League. Although this season considered a slump from him by some of the people around the league. 1-1 in there for a call and strike 2. Gotta say, this is a heavyweight matchup of 2 of the best between both of these leagues. 1-2 pitch from Dahlman. Breaking ball upstairs to even the count at 2. This is what these types of games are for. The dream matchups that you probably wouldn't see in normal games, you get right here.
Yeah, good exhibition talent across both lineups.
Swing and a miss.
But it's Dahlman who wins the duel.
Dahlman goes to the heater that he's used so effectively this season for out number 1 on strike 3 swinging.
10th strikeout for the VBL pitch staff. This is a great exhibition of pitching from the Valley League.
They're showcasing how good the pitching staff is at generating the K. So now it's Hunter White in his first at-bat. And he takes the first pitch ball to move ahead of Dahlman.
Yeah, going back to the beginning of the 5th, the Valley League pitch staff has combined to retire 7 of the past 8 batters.
Dahlman goes to the off-speed and once again comes close to the zone, but can't locate, and he's behind 2-0 now. With White in a good hitter's count, Dahlman will deliver the 2-0. White pops that one straight back off the screen. That's what Brandon Dahlman can do. That fastball from the small frame is deceptively hard. It becomes tough for hitters to barrel it up. 2-1. Well high. That will completely miss the glove of the catcher, Dominic Archila. And it's a 3-1 count.
Well, if you're going to throw one to the backstop, throw one with no one on base, right? So no harm done other than a ball 3.
Dahlman will take a second to compose himself on the rubber. Danger of walking White. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Again, Dahlman goes to the fastball and blows it right by another hitter. Hard to quantify what makes that fastball so good for Brandon Dahlman. But he uses it well. Full count pitch is in there for a called strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Brandon Dahlman, and he's showcasing why he's been one of the best relievers in the VBL. So scratch the 2-batter limit for Brandon Dahlman. The Valley League's going to let him go for a full inning, with Robert Kelly stepping into the batter's box for his first time tonight.
And as well as he's throwing, why not let him finish out the inning, I guess.
First pitch to Kelly, and it's popped off the screen. Dahlman ahead now, 0-1. Going to make it 3 straight strikeouts in the home half of the 7th. That one fought off by Kelly. Behind 0-2.
Yeah, by my count, at least on the initial roster, there's 6 VBL pitchers who have yet to see action, although I think there's possible, I'm not sure, maybe a couple of them aren't here tonight.
Possible opt-outs in the line for Mike Galino's squad. Dahlman looks to end the 7th. The next pitch. Runs inside. Kelly moves out of the way. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the second baseman. Lights shining bright. Shirley Povich Field. Not as bright as the All-Stars. The 1-2 pitch from Dahlman. Breaking ball low to even it at 2.
I can see the Turk's own Lane Duff getting his arms loose. Might see him in the 8th.
Dahlman gets his sign. Out of the windup. 2-2. Check swing from Kelly, but kept the bat on the shoulder, and the count is full.
We'll see if Dahlman could dig here and find that strikeout pitch, strike out the side.
You know, his best weapon is the heater. The payoff pitch. Ground ball, foul on the third base side.
And that did look like a fastball from here, but I guess Kelly had it timed up just well enough to get a piece of it.
Certainly know what Dahlman would like to use in this spot. Fastball's been his best pitch tonight. Kelly trying to prolong this inning for for the Cal Ripken League. The 3-2 again. Upstairs for ball 4. So a good battle between Kelly and Dahlman. But Dahlman will yield and allow the walk with 2 outs for a Cal Ripken base runner. Matthew Pazak will replace Landon Springmeyer at the catcher spot. Pazak with 2 outs will try to continue this inning. After Dahlman struck out the first 2 batters and issued a walk to Robert Kelly. First pitch to Pazak. Is a check swing from Pazak that tipped off the glove of Archila. Had an appeal down to first, so we'll see what the ruling is from the 4-man crew.
So while we're waiting on that, more info on Mr. Pazak. He's from the Alexandria Aces, plays in the Ivy League for Penn, batting .319 with Alexandria, and that includes 23 hits, 18 RBIs, and 4 home runs.
And so they'll actually rule it a hit by pitch and give Pazak first base. So now 2 men on for the Cal Ripken League. And Dahlman in some trouble in the home half of the 7th.
And I can actually speak to this next batter, Daniel McGinnis. Plays for the Alexandria Aces, currently in the transfer portal, but I saw him play a lot at EMU, Eastern Mennonite University in Harrisonburg. That's my full-time job as an SID. And he's really a well-balanced hitter. He can go for power, swing for the fences, but he can also kind of go opposite field, find that gap, and it's really paid off. He's second in the Valley League among the leaders in batting average for the Alexandria Aces. .391 average, 36 hits. He leads the Ripken League in that latter statistic.
He's quickly behind 0-2 as Dahlman's starting to find his stuff again. McGinnis will look to avoid the 3rd strikeout of the inning for the Ripken League. Look to second, the 0-2 pitch. Beautiful off speed just below the knees, and McGinnis survives.
Well, it's a bold take by McGinnis, so it was pretty close to zone, but he pays off. He got the call.
So now with a new lease on life, McGinnis back into the righty batter's box. Right on right. Dahlman taking a look to second. The 1-2 is popped straight up. On the infield, Worth calls off Brown and hauls it in. So Brandon Dahlman walks a batter, hits a batter, and strikes out 2, records the final out on a pop-out, and it's still 9-3 Valley League. We'll head to the 8th inning. Only 6 more outs left for the Ripken League to equalize. The Valley will try to add on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Before we get to the 8th inning, we'll take a quick second to thank our Valley League partner, Diabetes Reversal Group. Diabetes Reversal Group. 16 years helping type 2 diabetics reverse their disease, and now they're right here in the Shenandoah Valley. Even if it's not you, you know someone. Check out valleybaseballleague.org or scan the QR code for more information.
Well, do check out their website, though.
Yeah, do check out the website. That's great. And they've done a great job this season. A very good cause and a great Valley League partner. Sean Williams still on the mound where the Cal Ripken League fires in a strike to begin this 8th inning.
It's still Caden Haywood up there. He's the only starter that's still in the game.
It is interesting to still see him out there for the VBL, as he'll fight that one off the hands into the crowd for strike 2. And Sean Williams has worked incredibly effectively through his first 2 batters, a 3-pitch strikeout swinging in his first at-bat, and quickly 2 strikes to Haywood in his second at-bat.
You know, I think it is. The Valley League only has 5 outfielders listed on their roster, so that's probably why Haywood's getting the honor of playing the whole game.
Putting in the full shift today, he'll fight another one off into the seats, and it'll remain 0-2. Sean Williams, once again, still in the transfer portal, seeking a new collegiate home after a year at Penn State and a year at Gaston. 0-2. Runs inside and hits Brown right on the muscle.
Yeah, I felt that one over here, Luke.
He'll take first base with a free pass, giving way to James Green.
He's been effective 2 for 2 since entering the game in the 5th.
See what he can do with the runner on first. Nobody out in the away half of the 8th. Beautiful night for baseball here at Shirley Povich Field. First pitch to Green. Thought about a swing, held up as Williams missed the zone on the outer half. Williams will give Brown a look at first. Not a large lead for the Expressman.
I'm one of the stolen base specialists on this lineup.
Green waves over top of the heater from Williams to equal the count at 1. Williams working out of the stretch now, gets his sign. He delivers the 1-1. Green watches it sail into the strike zone for a called strike.
So now for Green, you got to protect the plate with 2 strikes, try to stay alive in this at-bat.
Valley League scored 8 runs in the 5th and 6th innings. Green was a part of those rallies as he sends one foul on the left side. Haywood, his teammate Sam Brown, a part of the Strasburg Express, the reigning Valley League champions. Neither one of them on the roster last season, however, in the Valley League this year, looking for a chance to bring home back-to-back titles. 2-2 to Green, just got a piece of it to stay in this count. It'll remain 1-2.
And it's not going to be easy for Strasburg. You got Waynesboro and Stanton up there in the top half of this South Division with the best records, and North Division's just tied from top to bottom. Just 5 games separating first and last.
It's going to be a challenge for them to even make it to the postseason, for any team in the North Division to make it to the postseason with how cutthroat that division has been this season. Williams' 1-2 pitch to Green is high. And it's 2-2. Williams taking a long time on the mound. He rocks, and he delivers. Ball that's grounded over to second. A hop from Brown. Robert Kelly will just go to first to get Green for the first out.
I want to put out an underrated play from Caden Haywood there, because that ground ball is right to him. You have to be able to dodge that, because if it hits him, that's run interference. Then the lead runner's out, as opposed to Green there.
My apologies. That was Haywood on the base paths with the acrobatic jump. So Green's 4-3 put out gives way to Shin Inoue for his second at-bat tonight.
Shintaro is the VBL leader in runs scored with 31 so far this season. Granted, these runs will not count towards his total exhibition, but I'm sure he would like some.
The Valley League would like some as a whole, looking to add on some extra insurance. As they say in the industry, insurance might be the word of the inning, especially for this VBL roster. Williams, we're still working out of the stretch. Inoue's ahead 1-0. Pitch. Runs inside, Inoue backs out of the way, and it's 2-0. Long half inning for Sean Williams after he recorded his first out last inning on 3 pitches. Haywood off of second. 2-0 pitch to Inoue, downstairs for a ball.
So 3-0 hitters count here, so I would expect a take here from Inoue.
Most likely, but can never rule out the green light for a hitter as good as Shin Inoue. Williams takes a deep breath on the slab. Look to Haywood, and the pitch to Inoue. Inoue sends it the other way into deep left field. Back is the left fielder, and it's off the wall. Haywood will score, and that pitch bounces over the left field fence. So it's a ground rule double for Shin Inoue and a 10-3 lead for the VBL.
I was convinced that was a home run, Luke. I was convinced. You've got Shin Inoue got a ton of that one, but does get the hop over the fence for the ground rule double, and that gives Haywood home plate. Valley League by a touchdown, if you will, 10-3.
Sounds a lot like a Big Ten football game, this scoreboard. Maybe more of like a University of Maryland, which is not too far from here at Shirley Povich Field, and an Iowa Hawkeyes November Big Ten games.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the type of score Iowa would thrive in.
Matthew Pazak will trot out to the mound to talk with Williams, give him a little bit of motivation after the Valley League struck for another run.
They'll have a challenge from Nick Drumbuski from the front row of Cardinals. He is 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs. To say he's been a key contributor to the Valley League's lead might even be understating it.
4 RBIs on the day for Drumbuski. As Williams will try to put him away for the first time. First pitch to him. It's popped up on the left side. It'll get over the netting and over towards the tennis courts to the left of Shirley Povich Field. With Inoue on second, potential base stealer on the bags. Inoue dances around. Williams delivers the 0-1 down low for a ball. It's 1-1.
Little hopper in the dirt. I've gotten used to saying hop in the turf because we got the turf service at Veterans Memorial Park back home.
Only 2 stadiums in the VBL with turf. Obviously the Winchester Royals playing at home field of Shenandoah University, and the Harrisonburg Turks, James Madison University. 1-1 outside, and it's 2-1. Drumbuski looking to add on to his already loaded MVP case tonight with a runner in scoring position. 2-1 from Williams. Drumbuski steps out of the way as Williams missed inside.
Yep, 1 pitch away potentially from 3 getting on base on all 3 of his plate appearances here.
Certainly would strengthen his case to be the MVP of this All-Star Showcase. 3-1 is in there for a called strike, so we'll get another payoff pitch as Drumbuski will have to earn his way on base. 3-2 from Williams. And Drumbuski fights it back to the screen to stay alive and stay in this count.
Yeah, it looks like he had it timed up pretty well there. Just didn't get all of the barrel on it, and that's why it tipped back to the backstop there, Luke.
Has been on the timing of the Cal Ripken League pitchers all game long, as evidenced by his 2 hits on the day. 3-2 again. Foul tip and nearly into the mid of Pazak. But Drumbuski thanks his lucky stars. This will get a 3rd chance in a 3-2 count.
Another opportunity here.
Williams will try to put away the pesky Drumbuski as he fires the 3-2. Outside. A free pass for Drumbuski. He's reached base in all 3 of his at-bats tonight, adding on to his already great night. And with 1 out, certainly looks like the Ripken League will make a pitching change, and they will. So Sean Williams started his night with a 3-pitch strikeout swinging, and he'll exit with 2 men on and 1 out, already charged a run in the top of the 8th inning. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Valley Baseball League All-Star Game. Before we go to the bullpen in the bottom of the 8th inning, top of the 8th inning here at Shirley Povich Field, I'd like to thank Game Run for one final time tonight. Choose your sport: baseball, softball, basketball, soccer, or hockey. At Game Run AI, we're redefining the future of athletic performance. Our mission is simple: to empower coaches and athletes with intelligent, data-driven insights that elevate training, optimize performance, and minimize injury risk. Game Run AI blends real-world expertise with cutting-edge AI technology. Coaches can be more impactful, efficient, and connected without burning out watching hours of footage. Progress is no longer limited by time. Visit the Game Run website or sign up today.
Yeah, we got that new Ripken League pitcher for you guys. It's going to be Gavin Elliott from the Metro South County Braves. Most recently pitched for the Saints of Marymount, a Division III school in the D.C. metro area. He leads the Ripken League in innings pitched with 24, has an ERA of 2.63, 19 hits, 10 runs allowed, 7 of them earned, 18 strikeouts to 12 walks, 102 batters faced.
Also face a pinch hitter for the Valley League in Sung Woon Jian. He replaces Abdriel Delgado in the DH spot. So with his Front Royal teammate Drumbuski at first and Inouye at second, John checks his swing and went around for strike 2. A 1-2 count. It's a left-on-left matchup between he and Elliott. Elliott checks second and comes to the plate. John watches that pitch miss just off the outer edge and evens the count at 2 apiece.
Infield playing back a little bit for the Ripken All-Stars.
Looking for the double play. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. John couldn't catch up to the heater, and he falls victim to the punch-out upon Gavin Elliott's entrance to the ball game.
It's not an inning double play, but I'm sure the Ripken League will take it. And here's another from Royal Cardinal, look by the looks of it. I believe that's Dominic Archilla, the catcher.
Sheila gets his first at-bat after coming in as a defensive replacement for Julian Braga. Here's the first pitch to him. He'll tap it foul, back off the padding.
Correction in the box for the Cardinals, Dominic Achila.
With Drumbuski off of first and Inouye at second. Valley League looks to add on while the Ripken League tries to quell them. 0-1 from Elliott, and a big swing and a miss over top of the breaking ball. Sheila, very little chance of making contact with that one. He's down to his last strike. Elliott will look for back-to-back strikeouts against back-to-back Cardinals. The 0-2 runs up high. It's the first ball in the count with 2 strikes to the catcher Archila.
Yeah, Archilla comes in batting a solid 3-0-2. Let's see what he can do with this 1-2 pitch.
1-2. Archila pops it up and stays alive. .9:56 Eastern Time. 4 minutes, we'll have a full 3-hour ball game, courtesy of all the pitching changes we've had to endure in this All-Star Classic.
I think technically first pitch was 7:02, so we got a little bit more, if you want to be super technical about it.
Archila gets in front of the breaking ball and lines it into right. On to make the catch is McGinnis for the third and final out. But the Valley League adds a nice insurance run in the top of the 8th. It's 10-3. Valley League, a 10 spot in this ball game. We'll see if they can hold off the Ripken League as we head to the bottom of the 8th in the Valley League Cal Ripken All-Star game. As the rain begins to fall here at Shirley Povich Field, Luke Godwin will enter for the Valley Baseball League as VBL All-Stars hold a 10-3 lead over the Cal Ripken League All-Stars.
I'm not sure how many pitches he's actually going to throw, Luke, because it's picking up quickly.
A consistent downpour starting to hit the field here in Rockville, Maryland, as Godwin will begin his night with a first pitch fastball for a called strike to Nadav Macklin, the Israeli product playing Parish Junior College.
Yeah, his Ripken team is Metro South County. He's batting .415. He's among the league leaders there. 22 hits, 7 doubles.
Auckland, a part of the Israeli national baseball team, not the World Baseball Classic squad, but the Israeli junior national team. Godwin behind 2-1 to Auckland. Next pitch is swung over top of by the infielder to make the count 2-2. Auckland, not a guy that strikes out too much. In danger of it here. Godwin kicks and fires down in the dirt, and he runs it full. Want to give a shout out to Bethesda Big Train hosts in the Cal Ripken League for getting us a tent here as the rain continues to fall. That pitch runs up and in, hits Mocklin on the barrel, the handle of the bat. So it's a foul ball. Mocklin has to stay in. Nearly clipped him on the hands. And Godwin will have to try again. 3-2 once more. Beautiful bender. And the righty gets the first strikeout of his outing in his first at-bat.
Number 24, Ryan Bowman.
Yeah, so Luke Godwin joins the K train, if you will, for the Valley League pitching staff this evening.
Godwin's first pitch to Boma is upstairs for a ball.
11 strikeouts for the VBL staff collectively.
Pitching staff's got their job done today. Big reason of why the Valley League is leading 10-3, and a big reason why the Ripken League hasn't scored since the second inning. 1-1 count. Godwin delivers to Bauma, who grounds it over to third. Back is Ty Powell, but it's in foul ground, and the count moves to 1-2.
Yeah, still a good job by Powell to track it down because you never know what kind of weird bounce it's going to take on the hot corner.
One-two from Godwin. He's fought off the hands into the air. Worth and Brown. As Brown will call Worth off to make the catch for the second out.
And are we going to see that 2-out change? Yes, we are. Question is, who's it going to be? It looks like a Stanton Brave coming emerged from the pen.
Jay Causey will trot out to the mound and make the change as Luke Godwin records 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 8th. And we'll be right back on the other side of the pitching change. Valley League still leading 10-3, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Nobody on. We'll be right back. One final time tonight, we'd like to thank Varsity Travel for getting the Valley League to this ball game. They took everyone up in the bus and got the squad to Southern Maryland. Varsity Travel, where is your group's next bus adventure? Do you need a charter bus? contact Varsity Travel at 540-678-2871. Sit back and relax as their experienced drivers get you to your next group outing destination.
So, introducing the new arm for the Valley League, it is Ethan Plesser from the Stanton Braves, most recently played for the Lancers of Longwood University, D1 school in Farmville, Virginia, and his hometown is Fayetteville, North Carolina. Comes in with a 2.38 ERA across 8 appearances, 2 saves, 11 and a third innings pitched, 11 strikeouts.
Plesser will be tasked with getting 1 out to end half inning of the 8th. First pitch he deals upstairs for a ball. Lane Duff is warming in the Valley League bullpen. Not much of a close situation for Duff. It'll be more of a mop-up type of role. Clean up what's already been a fruitful day for the Valley League. Plesser missed the zone on the 1-0 and is behind 0-2-0 TJ Gramesty. Gramesty grounds it over to third. Tough play for Ty Powell on a hop to Brown at first. A nice pick for the third out.
Yeah, that was good fielding all around. Powell with the good run-in, kind of then setting his feet to throw, and Brown the extension. Well, good 5-3 put out.
As Andrew said, 5-3 ends the 8th inning. We'll head to the 9th. Valley League looking to add some extra insurance in this ball game. See if the Ripken League can hold them off the scoreboard in a 10-3 game. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Valley League Cal Ripken All-Star Game. Gavin Elliott will trot out for one more out in the top of the 9th here as the Ripken League looks to hold the Valley League off of the scoreboard in a game where they trail 10-3. Luke Stefanisco and Andrew Stoddard on the call for you here, bringing you all the action from Shirley Povich Field. It's been a fun night for the Valley League, Andrew.
Indeed it has, but still got to dot the I's, across the T's on the paperwork here, take care of business in the 9th.
Never say never in the sport of baseball. Ty Powell, the lefty Cavalier, in the batter's box. Elliott lost his footing on the wet mound and delivered in a pitch for a ball. So they'll throw that baseball into the dugout, metaphorically toss it away. Elliott will look to get back onto the scoreboard and get back into the count. From the windup, the next pitch to Powell is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Alluded to before, if Powell can lead off with a base hit here, he is one of the most dangerous VBL players on the base paths.
1-1 pitch. Line drive the other way into left field for a base hit. Tracking it down is Warner. Powell, a big turn around first, but he'll hold up and get back to the bag, content with just the single.
No, there's a reverse announcer jinx. It was a good one. I alluded to it. If he could get a base hit, and he got a base hit. Go me.
Job, Andrew.
Yeah.
After the base
I'll take 2% of the credit.
Give yourself a little credit. Give
Yeah, pound the back.
10%.
Yeah.
Speak it into existence. After Powell gets on the leadoff knock, it's Sam Brown. First pitch to Brown, dips in the dirt for ball 1.
And how is the rain impacting? Do you think it's the pitcher or the hitter more?
I think it impacts the pitcher more. Obviously, that mound and the rubber become wet. It's tougher to keep your footing. Nice quick pickoff move from Elliott. Powell wise to it and gets back to the bag. Brown, a dangerous hitter, especially when you put him ahead in this count. 1-0 to him, splits the zone for a strike. We alluded to earlier was the NACSB Summer Ball Player of the Week a few weeks ago for the Express. Valley League has had 2 of those this season, the other being Brody Melton from the Stanton Braves.
Elliott's got a nice little pickoff move. Of course, it's kind of naturally easier for lefties to pick off than righties because it's a bit of a shorter motion for them.
1-1 pitch out of the stretch. Elliott just misses the zone. It's 2-1. Seen it a couple times from Elliott, kind of changing up his windup, changing up his pitching motion, and it's been effective. Powell shortens his lead at first. 2-1. Pops straight up, back out of play. Some of the cars in the parking lot will have to watch themselves there as the count moves to 2-2. Reminder, Elliott needs one more out to complete his outing. The limits set by both coaches to get more pitchers and more players into the ball game. He delivers the 2-2. Up high, good job by the catcher Pazak to hold on to that one and prevent Ty Powell from going anywhere. We'll have a full count payoff pitch. I'll be intrigued to see if the steal sign is given to Ty Powell at first.
Baseball turned into dodgeball for a second there for Sam Brown. Some chin music there.
3-2, Powell holds. Brown delivers a deep drive into right field. McGinnis back. Goodbye, baseball. Just as we alluded, Sam Brown has the power, and he gives the Valley League some extra insurance in the top of the 9th. It's a 12-3 game.
Yeah, I think he knew it and the crowd knew it from the crack of the bat as soon as it left the barrel. That was pretty much a no-doubter to right field. No chance for McGinnis out there.
How cruel baseball can be. Elliott 1 out away from exiting the ball game. Instead, he gives up a round tripper to Sam Brown.
Second home run of the game for the Valley League. He joins Greg Cabin, the catcher, who hit one in seconds.
Connor Worth will get his 4th at-bat of the ball game. One of only 2 players to come to the plate that many times. The other, Haywood, in the VBL lineup. Worth takes a fastball on the inner half for a call and strike. Next pitch from Elliott, and Worth fights it off the hands into shallow center. Back is Kelly, ranging in a beautiful sliding play. Snow cone grab for the first out and the last out of Elliott's outing. And that's a classic example of a fielder bailing out his pitcher.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Just took the words out there because Snow got with the edge of the glove, almost over the shoulder. That was definitely a web gem play there at second by Kelly.
So Elliott gets his final out, though not before allowing the 2-run shot from Sam Brown to make it a 12-3 Valley League lead. The Ripken League will go to their final pitching change of the night, and we'll step aside for one last time with the Valley League up to bat. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Ripken League Valley League All-Star Game. The Ripken League will go to former Maryland Terrapin Landon Edwards. Committed to Towson to play his next collegiate season, but spending the summer with the Olney Crop Dusters, and he'll look to get them out of this inning and get the bats back up, trailing by 9.
Yep, Landon so far for the Crop Dusters this season, 14 2/3 innings pitched, 3.07 ERA. He comes in with a record of 1-1.
It's an 11 unanswered runs for the Valley League in this one, in a series in which they have never won against the Cal Ripken League. Edwards fires in a first pitch swinging strike to Caden Haywood. Two teams played back in 2009 and 2011, with both games being won by the Cal Ripken League. Tonight's been a different story.
Yeah, they took that lead from the fourth, and they have not looked back, Luke.
Haywood pops this one up down the right field line, heading towards the bullpen, and will just miss it to the right. But it's quick 2 strikes for Edwards against Haywood. Oh, 2. Check swing from Haywood, appeal to first, he went. Strike 3, he'll try to avoid the tag, but it's applied by Pazak for out number 2 and the first strikeout for Landon Edwards.
That's Javier James Green of the Front Row Cardinals. 2 for 3.
Green, one of the multiple VBL hitters with a number of hits on the day. 14 total for the Valley League. First pitch he sees is downstairs for ball 1. Only one error committed by both of these teams combined. That was the ground ball that went past the second baseman Brennan Wright in the early innings. 1-0 swung on and foul tipped into the mitt of Pazak, and evens the count at 1 apiece. Edwards working out of the windup. Comfortable with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. 1-1. Upstairs, check swing from Green. He'll get the nod of approval from the third base umpire to make it a 2-1 count. Green looking for his 3rd hit of the contest. Edwards trying to shut him down. Long pause on the slab. Here's his 2-1. Beautiful bender. Slips into the zone for strike 2. And look for back-to-back strikeouts. Left on left against James Green, who fights that one back to stay alive. RBIs already for Green. Nobody on base for him to drive in now. 2-2 again. Up high for ball 3. It runs the count full.
Green doing a good job of battling here. He's got it to a full count. We'll see if he can get that ball forward he's looking for, or maybe something better.
Edwards delivers. A pitch that's lined into right center field. An audible let's go from James Green as he works his way to first, takes a big turn around the bag, but holds on there for his 3rd hit of the evening.
There was some swagger behind that one. He did a little like back step celebration and did a fist pump. I mean, 10 out of 10 celebration there.
Now Edwards facing a runner on first in Green, and the ever dangerous Shin Inoue. Inoue, 1 for 2 today, a strikeout and a base knock. First pitch from Edwards to Inoue, a called strike. Edwards gets his sign. Look to Green at first. His next offering. Runs inside, gets past Pazak. Green will advance to second on the wild pitch.
Yeah, it kind of headlines one of the issues the Ripken League's had. It's their pitch staff hasn't quite had the same command that the Valley League pitch staff has had tonight.
In the early stages, Valley League was swinging early in counts, finding themselves getting quick outs, but late stages of the ball game, the patient approach that has worked for many of baseball teams across every league has led them to this 12-3 cushion. 1-1 to Inouye. Upstairs. The lefty Inouye ahead in a 2-1 count. Looking for his second hit of the contest. Edwards rocks on the mound. He kicks and fires. Off-speed pitch at the top of the zone for strike 2. So again, we'd like to thank the Cal Ripken League for their hospitality, getting us set up with this tent, which has shielded us from the rain, as well as using their video feed.
Yeah, it's definitely made our stream possible tonight.
And for you all tuning in to watch this All-Star game on the VBL feed. Inouye takes a pitch downstairs for ball 3, and it runs the count full. See if Mike Galino wants to get aggressive in this full count pitch with Green, a potent base stealer at second. Try and get him 90 feet away. 3-2 to Inouye. Swing and a foul back to the screen.
Another theme of the night for Valley hitters, like particularly in the second half of the game, they've battling to these full counts and then getting the pitch they're looking for.
Those are the 3-2 once more. Edwards trying to end the top of the 9th. The next pitch, swung on and missed by Inouye. Left on left, and the Ripken League's lefty wins. Fastball for strike 3, and the Ripken League will need 9 runs to tie this one up in the bottom of the 9th. We'll see if they can do the unsurmountable task right after this break. For the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Ethan Plesser followed by Lane Duff for the Valley League. They need 3 outs without allowing 9 runs. That seems like a pretty healthy equation if you ask me. 2 lefties out of the VBL bullpen. The last 2 to do battle with the Ripken All-Stars. It'll be left on left to start the 9th. Jack Warner facing Plesser. First pitch from Plesser turns inside and clips Warner on the back. And so, a good start for the Ripken League with a leadoff base runner after the hit-by pitch.
Now batting for the Ripken All-Stars from the big train, number 45, Emilio Gonzalez.
I know it's 9 runs down, but hey, crazier things have happened in sports.
Just saw Argentina come back from 2-0 down in the World Cup today to defeat Egypt. Obviously 28-3 in football. A comeback like this would be something akin to one of those games. 1-0 pitch from Plesser to the lefty Emilio Gonzalez is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Three straight lefties for the Ripken League. As Plesser delivers in a pitch that's fouled back off the padding to make it a 1-2 count.
Well, good news is it looks like the rain's died down. You'll love to see it.
After Gonzalez will be Hunter White. Presumably, if an out is recorded, who will face Lane Duff. 1-2, and Gonzalez fouls it off the end of the bat to see another in a 1-1 count. 1-2 count, scoreboard not updating, playing tricks on my mind. There it is.
There he is. I mean, scoreboard operator might have been in the bathroom.
So Plesser will look for the punch out. He kicks and fires. Gonzalez backs out of the way as Plesser nearly sent another one into a lefty batter and evens the count at 2 apiece. Plesser gets his sign on the mound. Looking for his final out of the evening. 2-2. Another foul ball back by Gonzalez. Pesky hitter Emilio Gonzalez staying alive in this at-bat. Lane Duff waltzing around in the bullpen, waiting for his call to go into the ballgame. Plesser again with his 2-2. Gonzalez spits on a pitch down in the dirt and runs the count full. Again, Mike Galino and the Valley League have a large cushion to play with of runs. Even if Gonzalez and Warner were able to score, still be a 7-run ball game. 3-2 pitch, ground ball over to second. Worth to Inouye. Inouye spin throw to first. He got him.
That was a pretty display of fielding. 4-6-3.
And so technically, Lane Duff will be, I guess you can say, shorted and out in this ball game. He'll only be tasked with recording the final out after Plesser rolls a double play, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. You heard the bullpen yell no warm-up pitches, especially after the extended warm-up that Lane Duff had.
Understandable considering we do have an hour 45 bus ride in front of us, and then I have an hour drive back home to Harrisonburg, so I'm going home like 1:30 in the morning.
Well, we'll keep it here, even if Duff decides to take some warm-up pitches. Talk about this ball game and recap what's went on. Valley League struck first in the top of the 2nd inning for 1 run, quickly met a response from the Cal Ripken League All-Stars, who scored 3 in the bottom of the inning. That would be the only runs they've scored to this point. After a couple of scoreless frames, the top of the 5th, the Valley League scored 3 and then scored 5 in the top of the 6th. They got 1 run in the 8th inning and then 2 runs in the 9th, courtesy of a 2-run shot from Sam Brown. It's been all Valley League today. 11 unanswered runs have really made the difference in this game.
Yeah, I'm called on to put the exclamation point on the aforementioned Lane Duff. I can speak on him because he plays for my Harrisonburg Turks, the 3rd of 3 Turks All-Stars. He is from Monetta, Virginia, plays for the Dukes of JMU, the home field that we use. He's really been the core, really the centerpiece of our rotation this season. You know, he's been very reliable, very steady starter for a pitching staff that's candidly seen its ups and downs. But he's been done really well. I'll get over some of the stats for him. 1.99 ERA, among the league leaders, 7 appearances, 5 starts, 31 2/3, 29 hits, 9 runs allowed, 7 of them earned, 33 strikeouts.
Andrew, you mentioned Duff this season. I got to watch him pitch for the Charlottesville Tom Sox last season. He was mainly a reliever, was very effective for the Sox last season. It was always high leverage spots when Lane Duff would be used. But Randy Tomlin would often get a lot of good results out of Lane Duff, and it's not clear to see, or it's very clear to see why he's back in the Valley League for a second go about it. He's a very talented pitcher and seems to thrive in the Shenandoah Valley, whether it be at Cho Airport Field or at Eagle Field.
Right you are.
Facing off with Hunter White, who represents the last chance for the Cal Ripken League in this one. Duff's first pitch to White just misses on the inner half. White moves ahead 1-0. 12-3 ball game. Duff looks to provide the close. 1-0 to White. Line drive past a jumping Ty Powell and down the left field line for a fair ball. Haywood in the corner collects it as White strolls to second for a stand-up double. And despite the stacked odds, the Cal Ripken League not laying down. It's a 2-out double for Hunter White.
Yeah, Ripken going to fight till the last pitch here. It'll be Robert Kelly here, second baseman.
Kelly will try to prolong this game. And again, it's going to have to be with 2 outs for the Cal Ripken League if they want to get back into this ball game. Maybe the greatest 2-out rally ever if they can get this done. But Duff no slouch on the mound. First pitch to Kelly. Down in the dirt, good block from Archila. Count moves to 1-0. Duff gets his sign, the lefty trying to find the pitch that can end this one in victory for the Valley League. 1-0. Popped up. Right side, past the bullpen, off of the batting cages, and it's a 1-1 count. White off of second. Kelly tries to continue it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for a called strike 2.
Good location there by Duff. One good pitch away from sending us home here.
Ripken League 1 strike away from falling to the Valley League for the first time. The 1-2 pitch. Down in the dirt, it gets away from Archila, and White will advance to third. Two and 2 the count. As Duff looks to end this ball game. Kelly in the box. Right on left. 2 outs, top 9. Kelly grounds it over towards short. Inaway backs up on it. Fights off the tough hop and throws to Brown in time. For the first time in 3 games, the Valley Baseball League has defeated the Cal Ripken League in the All-Star Showcase. 12-3-9 and 11 unanswered runs helps the Valley defeat the Ripken League.
And it was a true team effort. I mean, contributions basically all up and down the lineup from every guy. A team that was thrown together through a vote and thrown together for just one game, but they really came together well. Luke.
7 shutout innings from the Valley League pitching staff to quell the bats of the Ripken League, who seemed unstoppably hot in the early stages. And then talk about the 8 runs combined in the 5th and 6th innings to give the cushion that would hold all the way through. It was a great night for the Valley League here in Shirley Povich Field, one that certainly made the trip up to Southern Maryland worth it.
So I think we'll step aside for a brief moment, and we'll be right back with our post-game show right after this.
Bring you back to the post-game show, actually, after the Valley League defeats the Cal Ripken League 12-3 here at Shirley Povich Field in the VBL All-Star Showcase. Luke Stefanisco and Andrew Stoddard bringing you all the action tonight. Thanks for sticking with us. through the difficulties and through everything that's been thrown our way tonight, the Valley League comes out victorious in this contest. Andrew, what were your overall thoughts and takeaways from this one?
Well, before we get over the overall thoughts, I do want to help pay the bills. Our post-game sponsors are Game Run AI, as well as Varsity Travel, presenting the post-game sponsorship, so we appreciate their hard work. So, yeah, like I said right before we went to break there, a true team effort, and kind of a slow start for the Valley League out the gates, but, you know, the hitters were very kind of complimentary, kind of getting the ball rolling in the 5th and 6th inning, and the pitch staff was really stout throughout. I mean, collectively as a pitching staff, 12 strikeouts, very, very impressive line, and just showing the strength of the Valley Baseball League from top to bottom on display tonight.
As you mentioned, sponsored by Game Run and Varsity Travel, Game Run will have the MVP of the game, which for the Valley League is Nick Drumbuski. Nick was instrumental with his 4 RBIs in giving the Valley League the victory. And with that, he'll receive a free analysis from Game Run. Game Run, the AI intelligence company at the peak of redefining athletic performance. They've done a great job and have been a great Valley League partner so far this season. For Varsity Travel, they got our guys to the game. They're the reason why this game can happen, and we give them a lot of thanks for being supporters of the Valley League and the mission to continue baseball across the Shenandoah Valley.
They're going to help us get home, too, and they're going to help me get home all the way. Give me at least halfway there to Winchester.
A long drive. Speaking of Winchester, they hold the top spot in the North Division as we now enter the second half of the Valley League season, a very abbreviated second half in comparison to prior years with the 36-game schedule, but they're the team to beat in the North Division, a very tight race. In the South Division, it's the Waynesboro Generals holding off a 2-game lead over the Stanton Braves. It's going to be some exciting finishes all season long. Both our teams are going to be involved in their respective playoff hunts and trying to better their positioning all season long. We'll take you around the Valley League tomorrow as games will kick back off between every team in the Valley League on a Wednesday. Charlottesville will travel to Culpeper in Game 1 of the evening set for 6:30 p.m. at Culpeper County High School. Front Royal will travel to Covington in an interleague matchup at Casey Field. Purcellville will take on Winchester at 7 p.m. at Bridgeforth Field. Strasburg trots on over to Woodstock at 7 p.m. The Generals will travel to Newmarket at 7:30 p.m. And your Harrisonburg Turks will take on the Stanton Braves tomorrow. Definitely a fun slate of matchups to begin the second half.
Yeah, that's going to be a very critical matchup for the Turks. They've struggled a bit with Stanton throughout the season, and they've struggled recently on the road. So they need to buck those two trends if they want to kind of keep pace in the playoff race with your Tom Sox and Culpeper. Again, that battle for those 3 teams really battling for 2 spots there in the playoffs for the South Division.
Charlottesville